You guys rewatched this last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, two
Dude,
times in 24 hours.
I mean, that's why I watched it a week ago because I was like, I don't want to watch this twice in 24 hours. Um, I think the only movie I've ever done that with like a 3 hour movie might have been The Way of Water or Oppenheimer.
I think I did it with Oppenheimer for the pod.
I already have
Damn.
goosebumps.
Dude, it's it's crazy that this movie even exists.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Cameron, bro.
this is James Cameron's best film. Sorry to the Terminator 2 fans. This is his best film by far.
Common theme in technology running mankind straight into the ground. It's like,
Greed, class system. There's
Yeah.
actually a shot I noticed for the I've seen this movie so many times, and it's in the beginning. Well, it's when the beginning when we go to like 1912 or 1914, but um about class system that I never noticed before.
I was
I'll
looking
point
at
it out. I'll point it out when we
the
get there.
movie art or like the movie posters and everything that came out for the film. Even still, like even the fan art, it's all like simplistic. It's not over stylized. It's just like it's just Titanic.
Dude, do you guys remember the VHS tapes that had like the two VHS tapes
I
and like
have
each
one.
sleeve? Oh my God, there's like a piece of artwork on one of them. I think it's the second tape where like it just shows Jack and Rose and it's like this really simplistic. I see the poster on Letterboxd too. It just looks really beautiful. And
Is
I
it
think
the
of
like the
like
Yeah.
sunset scene?
I think so, but it's like it's mixed in with like a piece of the Titanic at the bottom. So it looks kind of like the
Hmm.
both one. But yeah.
I have the VHS in the other room, but too lazy to go get
Did
it.
you guys ever watch the documentary Ghost of the Abyss?
Yeah, I saw it years ago, which is funny enough. We were talking about the episode where Bill Paxton and James Cameron on I think the Aliens episode where we're talking about how like James Cameron was
9/11.
in the
Yeah.
in the Titanic during 9/11, and there's a video that you can find of James Cameron coming up and Bill Paxton being like explaining to him what happened. It's because they were
Yeah.
filming that.
That's oh yeah, I think that's in that movie. That's
It's so,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
it's
while
so
he was
crazy that
down
that's
there,
even
nine
there.
eleven
Yo,
happened.
yo,
He had no
9/11 just
idea.
happened. He just says that. Yo, 9/11 just happened. We
Like,
call
what does that
9/11
even
then.
mean? I didn't even know what it was called.
Some of these shots are miniatures, right?
A lot of them are miniatures.
Yeah. He was an XL2? No, it's not.
A lot of them are miniatures mixed with like a good bit of practical. Like even the ship, whenever you see it on the movie, whenever they're like on the ship, there's a lot of it that's mixed with CG, as well as like the ship was like kind of built to an extent, but it was never fully built, and it was only one side of the ship that was actually like constructed as well.
When I was watching this when I was little, the first part of this always scared me because it's like so spooky. Like it makes it feel like a ghost or something, like a ghost ship.
Hmm.
It
Isn't it
it's like
almost
really good
gone?
production design.
Isn't it almost gone from the floor, the ocean floor? Let me
Uh,
see.
I don't know if it's almost
When
gone.
will
I
the
know one
Titanic
part. I know one parts of it. Like one part
disappear?
of it, it was.
Titanic wreck is expected to disappear in the next 10 to 30 years. That some experts predicting it could be gone by early as 2030.
From what,
It
just
was
like time
discovered
eroding
Deterioration.
it.
in 1985 is whenever they
Yeah,
found the wreckage.
bacteria is eating the rust. No, this is false. Wreck is deteriorating mostly in terms of structural integrity and weakening thinner walls. They said like I think it'll remain for like another 100 years, but it's going to be slowly collapsing on itself.
It's
Good they got
funny.
go ahead, Ben.
We were talking about like just every movie that Cameron does, how it feels like he's kind of remaking his own stuff with like Aliens and Terminator 2. Even Avatar: The Way of Water kind of feels like it's a culmination of all of his movies, and this is like
Yeah.
the opening scene of this is no exception. Like he's just doing the abyss again,
It's just the
which is
abyss.
kind of funny. Yeah,
Just
he always
the...
finds a way to like make his old movies the same thing again.
Mm.
I'm so sad for each one of them too.
Bill Paxton. Do you think
They
they had a Dunkin'
recovered
Donuts
over
sponsor?
6,000 artifacts from that ship.
It's crazy, man.
Uh,
I after I watched this like a week ago, I was watching some of the special features because I saw the Blu-ray for it, and so there's like a disc that's literally just
Yeah.
hours long, just
I
special
think they added
features,
it
and
to
it's insane.
they added it to the 4K.
Oh, is it?
This
It's on the same
the
disc. I didn't
4K is
even
just
bother to do it.
this is 4K and digital, but there's an extra Blu-ray disc.
Oh yeah, yeah, it
Over
is. I don't know
there's
why there's an extra
over
Blu-ray disc if it doesn't say it.
The 4K comes with a new documentary and all new like 3 audio commentaries, all new
I
interviews
saw that
with
one
Kate
with
Winslet, Cameron.
Cameron, and there's one with the cast.
There's
I could have
15
swore that you or
hours
Trey
of
gave
special
me a
features on there.
copy, but I don't have a physical copy of this one yet.
You
It's
can get this for not too expensive on
it's
Amazon. I
not
think it's
too
like 20
bad.
bucks.
The 4K looks really good too, Mike
It does.
Tony.
Looks very good. Compared to True
Leave it to
Eyes.
Pat, dude. I never really got into like definition until I met Pat Brennan. Just showed me Ultra HD 4K,
There's
and I was
some, I
like,
mean, hey,
nope.
like there's definitely some good stuff out there, but me and him have been talking a lot on like the True Lies episode, especially, man. Like you can get burned with some Blu-rays.
Yeah, 4K doesn't look very good.
Like the transfer sucks.
I'm not
It's
super
very rare that
stingy
a
on
4K looks
stuff.
bad, but that's like one of the rare cases.
I think some people get like I've talked about it before. They get too stingy on how 4Ks look, and it's like, okay, I mean, looks better than a VHS. So
I just want to watch a movie.
yeah.
Yeah, same. You know, it's funny. We were talking about 28 Days Later, I think, on one of them, the last episodes, and 28 Days Later is another one where like it's shown in the wrong aspect ratio if you get the Blu-ray.
I have the Blu-ray of that.
Yeah, the DVD's in 4:3, the Blu-rays in 16:9.
Hmm.
And not
Yeah,
even
and
like
you only need a DVD of that. You don't need anything else of that movie.
they're getting a 4K out soon.
4K, yeah.
All right. So did these actors actually go down to the wreckage?
I don't think they did. I
So
don't think they
No.
would let them do that. But I could be wrong.
I
I
doubt. I'm
wonder.
sure I doubt they wouldn't be allowed near it to film.
It's like a
I don't
liability,
know.
right? Like if they got hurt or
It
anything.
is James
That's an
Cameron's like the owner of the
insurance
Titanic
thing.
now. I feel like he's the owner of the Titanic now, so I don't know. James Cameron, he just like owns it. Yeah, it's mine.
Dude, you know what's so funny is whenever the stuff with that Ocean Gate thing was happening, they asked Cameron about it because they were like, this guy he just goes down there for fun.
Yeah, he he knew they were dead immediately.
He's like, I just do it for fun. Like, I don't know.
She was like, yeah, they're not
Here we
coming
go.
back.
It's payday, boys. The great Bill Paxton. It's payday, boys. Nice.
I saw a video on the Blu-ray special features talking about how they made like all the stuff down there, like the artifacts. Now they were just burning everything, so it looked like it was like just really old,
Hmm.
and they would just put in the water.
Judging. All right, should I talk about how the first thing that I ever went viral for was the alternate ending to this movie that I posted online?
That's when I followed you. I remember.
How long
Can
ago did you do that? Because I might remember some.
2021 maybe?
3
No,
years
I've only
ago,
been on
maybe,
Twitter
Pat.
since like 2023.
And it's real. You can go, it's on this Blu-ray. There is an alternate
Is it the
ending.
one
And
where like they're both
so
laughing? They're like,
yeah. You're like, wait,
Yeah.
don't throw it. She's about to throw it over, and he's like, don't throw it over. And then she like does, and then they all start like laughing, and it's just really awkward. And then he asks the daughter, "Would you like to dance?" And she goes, "Yeah." And you're just like, "What?" And it just zooms in on the old lady. And Bill Paxton was the one that said, "You can't put this in here, dude. This would literally ruin the entire movie." Because it was in the original cut that he was screening.
it was.
And Bill Paxton watched, he's like, bro, you can't put that at the end. That like, if that was the end of the movie, it would have been nominated for like 0 Academy Awards, probably. It would have been like, that's the fucking
Would have immediately
ending.
turned into a cartoon. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll say this, dude. Like, I was holding pretty steady when I was watching. I was like, "This is good. This is so good." And then the last shot, that is just what it is. I was like, "Fuck."
He's like, yo, is that Kate Winslet?
First part of the film is it feels just so timeless, like it was just released last year or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even from
This
like their
part
clothes and everything, it's just very it's so like I don't know, modern. I don't know.
this part I never understood because like he knows what the necklace looks like. Why do you need to see the photograph of the necklace again? It's mainly just for the audience. Because like why would
Yeah,
he need to
to pull a
see?
reference.
Why would he be like,
There's a
where's a photograph of the necklace? Like he knows exactly what it looks like.
there's a
That's what
lot of
caught his
things I would
eye.
say are like definitely like there for the audience. Like there's the shot whenever she actually's on the ship and she's there and she's talking to them and she's talking about how the iceberg hits it. And like
Hmm.
as an audience member, you don't have to see that because you're gonna see it in like hour and a half, 2 hours. But like to show us how the Titanic gets hit with this iceberg, or how the iceberg gets hit with the Titanic, vice
Yeah.
versa, because the iceberg doesn't move. Um, and still expect your audience to just sit there and watch it. Like that's a ballsy thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first 20 minutes of your movie.
Be like, hey, I mean, I guess you know going in, like this ship sinks, so and he shows it at the bottom of the floor. So
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's one of those things where like if you know the historical context of the Titanic, like you already know what the movie's gonna end up being. Like the
mhm.
Titanic's gonna sink. Um, have I told you guys I went to that Titanic museum in Tennessee?
I mentioned something about it.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous museum. It is awesome to see.
You took a selfie in like the
Yeah,
atrium thing.
it's really cool.
Did it
I
feel
remember
haunted? Did the Ghost Adventures did an episode there where it's they're like the Titanic Museum is haunted.
I didn't think it didn't feel haunted. I mean, there's definitely like this feeling of eeriness that you get there.
Mm.
There is this really morbid thing that they do though when you get there, that like they give you a card and it has the name and it has a description of like every single person who was on board the ship, and it tells you what class they were in, like what part of the ship they were in, and then it tells you a description about who they are, like what they did, stuff like that, like how they got on the Titanic. And then at the very end of the museum you find out whether or not that person lived. And there's
Whoa,
someone in that room who can find your card and be like, "Yep, your person died. Your
that's
person lived."
crazy.
And I'm telling you, like, it's the
Damn,
most morbid shit you will ever experience.
That is so wild.
that's crazy.
I
That's a
didn't know they did
museum that you
that.
pay
I
to
could see
that
Cameron doing that, like with the extras on the set, and be like, "Hey, here's your card. This is who you are."
it was
And action.
it is really interesting. I love that this guy has a Watchmen t-shirt too. I don't know what it is about that. I was like, oh, I didn't realize Cameron was such a comic book head.
He's a
But she
goddamn
punches out a
liar.
couple of kids.
Yeah. No, I mean it's funny. Like it's a really cool museum.
You
Um
dip your hand in the water?
I did, and it's
Yeah.
cold. It's cold, and I'm not gonna lie, part of me put my hand in there and I was like, I could do this. Like I could do this. I could have lived. I would have been fine. But then also I think about it and I'm like, 2 hours, I think is what she was in there for. Like, yeah, I would have died.
Damn. Dude, there's a thing on YouTube. It's Titanic animations. It has 1 million views. You can watch it the
Oh, in real
entire
time.
in syncing in real time.
I did
Like
that. I
someone
watched it one time when I
animated
was going to
it.
sleep
It's 2
once.
hours 43 minutes. Here, I'll drop it in the Zoom chat.
I've seen it before. I hate
I
that.
think I
And
think I
what's
scrolled
great,
through. I think
what's
I scrolled
crazy
through
is
once, and you can see like you can hear like the screams of like when it's like cracking.
it's morbid. It is super
Yeah,
morbid. I watched it one time to go to bed and I fell asleep and I woke up and it was like already done so.
it's crazy. Like you can watch them like the boats going down.
That's crazy.
That she punches out a couple of kids. When I was a kid, I thought it meant like he actually like punched she punched the kid in the face. She's like,
When
of
I was
course we
doing
do.
my first
I'm James Cameron's
rewatch,
wife.
whenever you first told me about having me on the pod. I was talking to Baha about how intense the old lady's makeup is. They really laid on the makeup to make her appear older. You can tell in some of the shots whenever she's sitting down and talking about the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wonder if she ever went back to she's like, damn, they made me look super old.
She's nominated for an Academy Award.
Anytime I have any question, see, you can kind of see it right there with
Yeah.
Yeah, they really made her
the
look
age spots.
old.
Made her look old as
Yeah.
shit. Well, she's
Which
supposed
I'm
to be
sure like
100.
97
Supposed to be
probably didn't
100
look
years
that
old.
bad, but this is also like
Yeah.
2025 and technology's at the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's supposed to be 100 years old, almost 101. So,
I get it.
yeah. So, where's the fucking necklace? He just grabs her. Where's the fucking necklace?
Something about
When was the last time you
her.
saw
Oh,
Bin
you saw
Laden?
Bin Laden. When was the last time
He
you
grabs
saw-
her. When was the last time you saw her? Become like a trademark of the episode is when is it
When
gonna
was the
drop?
last time you saw Bin Laden?
Do you guys think people listen to the episode? They're like, wonder when that Bin Laden line's gonna drop.
I'm surprised that Pat dropped it this early. He said that he was going to drop it whenever we started crying.
That was me who dropped it this time, to
He
be
started
honest.
it.
I've never dropped it like that. He's
Yeah.
always been the one dropping it. I just thought it was funny that he said he
When was
leans
the
in. He's
last
like,
time?
"Where's the fucking necklace?"
These are some of the things that have
Her granddaughter kind of sucks. You just think this is you,
Dude,
Nana?
she's like kind of
Like,
mean.
think this is
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. She's like, you think this is you? She's like, yeah. Why the fuck? What else would we be here?
There's a part where the grandma starts to get to a point where like she's like kind of like stressing out and it like bothers her. You can tell, and she's like, "Come on, grandma, let's go to bed." She's like,
Yeah.
"No."
Yeah, no. Now I'm gonna explain the entire 3-hour film.
I'm gonna tell everyone about this movie.
What if they send her down? When he says that, they send her down and like this something. You ready to go back?
You ready to go back, grandma? They have like a PlayStation 2 controller going down there.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Like this, the whole thing with this animation, like they didn't have to show this, but like it's really just more vital information for the audience to understand how the Titanic sank as fast as it did. So that when it does happen, we're like, okay, so this is fucking happening now.
I love how he's explaining it to her too. Like she was just there, bro. Like,
Can you imagine
Doesn't know how
the
it happened though.
Yeah.
To be
trauma
fair,
of just like sitting and watching? You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what was happening underneath me.
yeah, the way
I
I
guess
see
as
it,
an audience member, you don't like you're watching this, you're like, oh, okay, and I know how the Titanic sank. But then when you get to that point in the movie, like they're like the last two people to go into the water. Like you
yeah.
don't know where they're supposed to be here. Like they're literally standing at the top of that.
Yeah, and it's
And now
like what the first
that
20
and
minutes.
that cut back to her when it was going down at the end. It cut to her and then it cut back and she did like a deep breath because she knew exactly where she was standing in that moment.
Yeah, when I was at that museum, I remember that there was like a huge thing where they were talking to us about how everything went down as fast as it did. They even had this thing where you can like stand on it and it shows you the angle at what point it was at a certain time and you can stand on
Damn.
it. And
Yeah.
I think about how morbid that thing is, and I'm like, dude, these are for kids. Like, that's why they're doing this.
Yeah.
It's that kids can see, like, have a visualization in their head of like what was going on.
See, it's probably absolutely terrifying. I mean, you can listen to Titanic survivor interviews from like the 70s. Like they'll talk about it.
This isn't even the first movie that they did about Titanic. There's two before that came before it.
Yeah, one's in Criterion Collection. Night to Remember.
Night to Remember, and there's one that's literally just called Titanic.
Titanic with Barbara Stanwyck, I think.
And then there's a musical, but I don't know if that's also a movie.
Do you like my
You guys know there's like bootleg movies called Titanic 2.
Yeah. And it's like
Okay,
an
so
title
like
aid.
there was okay, so there's a different one too. There's the one that Kino Lorber has out, Titanic from 1943. And there's also The Night to Remember. That's the one that's in the Criterion Collection. And then there is a Titanic musical Blu-ray. And I don't know if this is like an adaptation or if this is just a recording of the musical, but I would imagine it's probably just a recording of it.
Yeah, the 53 version has Barbara Stanwyck in it, right? Yeah.
I found uh I found
Won an
this.
Oscar.
Dorothy Gibson survived the sinking of the Titanic, went on to play a role in the film Saved from the Titanic, and her costume was a dress she wore the night of the sinking.
Damn.
Damn. Dude, the stuff with like this her immediately going to the flashback, there is so much happening in these shots with like digital stand-ins,
Mhm.
the ship. Also, the image of the ship where there's people on the dock is flipped. I don't know if you know that.
This is the coolest
I mean,
part.
again,
So
technology right
I mentioned
here.
earlier how like they built one side of the ship so that way whenever there's people like getting on the ship, you see it.
Yeah.
This shot was originally flipped and it was shot from a different angle. Or I guess it was shot from the other side. So they shot it
Mm.
in reverse and then they just added a lot of digital stand-ins as well. So like a lot of the people that you see getting on the ship on like the stairs and stuff like that, a lot of those are digital stand-ins. Some of them are real. Some of them were people that were shot on a green screen and then comped in later.
Hmm.
How long did it take Cameron to make this film?
It's a good
I don't know.
question. I would imagine probably minimum like 2
4
years.
years, 3 years.
If we're talking like pre-production, writing, everything, I would say at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
If we're talking like once they started rolling cameras to like finished product, probably like 2.5 years, I would assume.
Again, your class system there. When
There
people that are
she
poor,
is.
people that are poor watch the rich people.
Rose DeWitt became her.
You see how the camera like comes from up above to like down to her?
Yeah, there's a shot you'll see they're like inspecting like the third class that are getting on, but the rich
Mm.
first class can just walk on.
Yeah. They're like
I
taking
didn't
this
really
for
notice
license
it.
shit.
Yeah, I never really noticed it until like this recent. I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that shot. It's like so obvious. This movie's
Their
just going to be about class
costumes are
system.
so gorgeous. Look at those costumes. They're
I
all
mean,
You
cut so
notice that like the
perfect.
big
is this actually
thing
Romeo
with
and
like
Juliet?
class and like the separation of class, everyone who's rich and like has money is so colorful and they're like bright, and
Yeah.
everybody else is just like they're wearing like dreary colors that like are just very like bland.
Hmm. I think it's right here. Okay, they're gonna get on the ship. Yeah, they're like inspecting this guy's beard, like looking for like lice and shit, but they don't.
That nautical theme
Yeah,
from James
she's gonna
Horner is
give them a
kicking
bag.
in.
Yeah, right here, like inspecting their teeth, hair, but they got to just walk right on.
Yeah.
That's Clint Eastwood's former wife, Francesca Eastwood. That's her, and Scott Eastwood. That's their mother. No girl who plays
Whenever
the
I was
mom.
little, I didn't understand why she was so unhappy. And I was like, she has everything. But now I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's interesting to like
Forced into a
watch
marriage at
movies. Oh,
17.
dude, this shot of them inside the parlor is so crazy because like that entire wall is green screen, but then they also had to like shoot from a miniature and then they had to add in a bunch of people digitally. Watching the Blu-ray for this, like seeing all the
It's
digital features, I was
insane.
like, no way, that's how they did that.
Uh, do you think they were like, okay? Because there's a movie. Have you ever seen Man in the Iron Mask with Leonardo DiCaprio? That
Yeah.
came out the year.
Mm-mm.
I feel like Leo cannot do an accent that's not American. Because like even in that movie, it's supposed to take place in Europe, and he's just like a king, and he just still speaks like regular Leonardo DiCaprio. And I was thinking like for this, like let's just have him be American. As coming back, he's from Wisconsin. Because Leo can't do an accent.
I've never heard Leo do an accent. Or maybe I have. Uh,
You seen Django?
I
That's like
haven't.
a southern accent though. I'm talking about like a non-American.
Yeah, I guess. You got me there.
We're going to America. Full house. Dude, he really just like sees the girl of his dreams and fuck Fabrizio. Don't give my shit about you anymore.
They get on the
Dude,
ship.
Fabrizio
He
is
says hi to Fabrizio, and then he just says, "Fuck you, dude. I'm out of here." So
And
you let me
Fabrizio
know
has
when
a
the ship starts
fucking
sinking, pal.
he gets crushed by one of that fucking smoke tower stacks.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Imagine
You
it's
think
been
you think anybody
25
watching
years.
hasn't watched Titanic?
Yeah. Titanic go to America in 5 minutes. You know who built the Titanic?
I
You know
don't.
who engineered or who
The
designed it?
Irish.
They made three
The
different
Irish built the
ships,
Titanic.
weren't they? Wasn't there like three different ships that were like all built within the same time period?
I think so. Yeah, the Irish built the Titanic. I think it was constructed in Northern Ireland.
You want to know something funny about that fucking Titanic museum? The gift shop had a DVD of Titanic,
Wow.
and
You're
it
like,
was
this is
it was
$50.
$30. The DVD
Dude, I can
was
get the
$30.
DVD
And I
and book
bought the
off for like
4K on my phone
$2.
as I was there. I was like, I'm buying the 4K right now. And it was like $14 a lot.
Yeah.
It was on sale. I was like, this is absurd.
Wonder what it is right now.
Yeah, no,
Titanic.
they had it playing on like a loop the whole time that I was there.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. You can get it for $21 right now.
They had
Okay.
all kinds of just like gift shop stuff there. It was so funny. I was like, this is the most morbid thing I've ever seen.
I feel
Would
like
you
gift
say that you
shops, they
watch
always
like
have.
all of Cameron's hits like during different parts of the year, like based on like what they are? Like Alien during Halloween or like Titanic during the holidays. I watched Titanic during the holidays. I don't know why it feels like a holiday movie to me, a disaster epic.
I don't know if I'd say I watch any of his movies during a particular time, but like for example, like I'm the kind of person if a movie's out in theaters or coming out in theaters, that's part of a franchise. Like Alien Romulus, for example, was one. I watched all the
Yeah.
Aliens, and so that was one where I watched Aliens with it, but I watched Alien 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
Titanic was just one that I was like, it's 3 hours long. It was New Year's, and I was just like, I want to rewatch like a good movie, and I want to watch one that I just like. I want to start the year off right. And I think I started watching. I think that was the first thing I saw this year, actually.
I don't know what the first thing I watched this year was.
Letterbox.
Might
Oh
have
no,
been
I'm sorry. Hold
Dune,
on.
actually.
I think it was the last thing I watched last year, but I think I put it as 2024.
Last
Hmm.
thing I watched last year was Flow.
Flow. Oh no, hold on. I think I started. I think
Where's
that's the first thing I
Sven?
watched in 2024, and I think about it. Yeah, so January 2024 was the first thing I watched. I watched it after. I think I started it before midnight, but I logged it after midnight.
Hmm. I always log like if I pause and like I'm like, oh, I'm too tired to finish this right now. I'll still log it that I started it the day before. Like that's when I watched it.
I don't log it until I see the credits roll, but if I add it to a list of like movies I watched during this time,
Yeah.
like if it's like the end of July
They start now always.
and August 1st is like the next day, I'll just put it as like July, even though I'm logging
Mhm.
as the first. It sounds like such a weird thing to be like so specific about with Letterbox, but it's like it's so funny to me that they mentioned Picasso in this scene because it
What
makes me
about
think of that
today?
line in Oppenheimer where they talk about JFK.
Yeah. That line was I did kind of chuckle in the theater, that Oppenheimer line. I was like, that's kind of cheesy. Like, who is it? Is JFK gonna come out like a portal at the end? Like,
Portal
Like in
scene.
the
yeah.
Avenger movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made so many jokes about that like every time.
Look
Academy Award winner.
at that Louis. Look at that Louis.
They do such a good job of dressing her like none of them.
She is so good in this movie too. Like it's like the one movie where I'd say like I never want to see anyone else in that role but her.
Yeah. I mean, also to be like, hey, you won an Academy Award, but like you're gonna be like the sixth lead in this.
You
Like,
get to see Mr. Murdoch.
yo, it's
Notice
King
how all
Theoden,
of
dude.
that notice how
Theoden.
all of the doom and gloom that was in the beginning of the movie is like gone now. It's all just whimsical, beautiful,
Mhm.
grand. Like we're going out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost cheery a little bit. It's like a buzz.
Oh yeah. I mean, the minute that you see everyone on the ship, it's like it has to show you the scale of like wonder and like everything has to feel like it's like, whoa, this is so cool to be a part
A
Mm-hmm.
of. Like
living,
even
breathing
showing you the
ship.
engine, yeah. All the stuff with the people in the back of these shots with them in the engine room. They're all Compton and everything else is like bigger, is all CG.
But it's adding to the lore of Titanic.
Yeah. Which like for 1997, man, this movie looks damn good. I think there's like
Mm-hmm.
one shot where it looks really rough, but even then, it's one shot out of the whole movie, so it's really easy to ignore.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll know which shot it is.
Is it when they're
Always
running
get
in
a buzz
the?
from this part. This
Is
is
it when they're
like
running down the hallway?
all
Oh
the
yeah,
Yeah.
excitement.
well, the shot of them looking over the ship, you can see the cutouts of like the green, some of the green
Yeah.
fall off on their heads. But this was on a
Mm. hmm
soundstage.
There's one shot that has always looked bad. It's when they're in
Oh, I think
like
it's right here.
the ship's
Oh wait,
sinking. And you can clearly tell that these are like PG. Yeah, like those guys
yeah, like
walking
the
look like PS2 graphics.
Man, I
yeah.
can't
So
believe I'm
like
about
this is
to shout out my mom during a podcast episode. My mom is always really like taken away by like the magic of movies. And every time we watched this growing up, she was like blown away by the ship. And I just think that's
Hmm.
so cool that movies can like I mean, my mom didn't graduate like high school or anything. She just raised her sisters. But like, education aside and all that stuff, she thinks movies are magic, and I just love Titanic for that.
they are. I mean, look at this thing, dude.
Yeah.
Even 1997, like this movie still holds
Hmm.
up. Like even those
Not
shots
supposed to
that we're kind
fantastic.
of like pointing out of like, oh, you can see that
Ah,
this is CG. It still adds to it. There's parts of it that are
mhm.
real and parts of it that are CG, and it's all like just a blend together that just makes it feel seamless.
Who would have thought this would be one of the most iconic lines in film history? Right here.
It's so like always referenced. Like even The Office has those lines where they're like,
Yeah.
"I'm the king of the world."
Scary movie.
Yeah, Scary Movie
Hmm.
has it. The Office has it.
Yeah. And I'm sure some people have like a confusion. They probably think that he says that when Kate's with him too. Because
Yeah.
they have two scenes there. But yeah, if you like really look
Like
at
a
these guys
Mandela effect.
walking, yeah, if you like really look at these people walking, it's definitely like PS2 graphics. Like it would be a cutscene.
So they're real. They're part of that stuff was from like a green screen, and then they just comped it in with all the
Hmm.
rest of it.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, I
dude,
mean, it's easy to see.
there was a PC game that came out in like the late 90s during this where you're like a detective on Titanic and there's like a murder, but you have to solve the murder as the ship is sinking. I used to play that shit all the time, but I always remembered that the opening like credit sequence to it, it was like the camera was like flying through the water. There was an iceberg every 20 feet. And I was like, how the fuck did the Titanic make it even that far? Like, it's like a surprise they even got this fucking far,
Did
man.
not see this shit.
There's one shot of like they do of her when she's at a like it's not this scene, but it looks like a painting. It looks like an oil painting that he does. It's weird. Not weird, but like it's an interesting visual look.
You're talking about Kate Winslet's character.
She looks
Yeah,
so great
she's
right
like
here.
she's sitting. It's a different scene. She's like it's when she's contemplating like being in love with Jack, I think, and it's like she's not
Oh,
listening to them.
I think I know what scene you're talking about, and what shot it is. But whenever he gets there, I want to see if I can catch it before you say anything. But I think I know exactly what shot.
Yeah, but even like the
It's
way
so
she's dressed,
funny.
look, she's wearing all black compared to
It's
all
so funny
them.
that like we always have the same ideas and the same thoughts because that's just how good the film is done in a way where it's like, if you don't get this, if you don't
Hmm.
notice it, like, what are you even doing? Are you even watching the
Hmm.
same movie?
I love that like the two kind of because Mr. Andrews isn't really part of that high society either. Like
Mhm.
him and Molly Brown are the ones that kind of like chuckled at that line. Like like all right.
Yeah.
But then the
He's
other
like,
two people that are
he doesn't
like
even get it.
the dude from Jumanji and what's his face? Cal
The
are
dude
like
from Jumanji.
It's all I remember about fucking Jumanji. I forget
No,
his
that's
name.
funny.
Uh, but yeah, like if you would just watch, like she's Molly Brown's dressed completely different from them, like a lot of the time, even though she's part of that high society.
This is like the part of the
Forget
film
about.
where I'm like, yeah, they're definitely on a ship. It's in the middle of the sea,
Hmm,
and
yeah,
like even like the wind
great,
blowing in their hair, all of it.
great production design.
Dude, if you guys are, I don't know if you guys ever been on a boat,
Capizio.
like even something that
I've been on
big,
like
even
yeah, I've
not
been on
something
like
that small,
huge.
but like
Yeah,
you feel the wind from like the ship. It's crazy.
dude, she just I fucks Leo here.
That score is entering.
I'm gonna be on a
Angels
cruise at the end
fly
of
out of
this
your
week. This is
hearts before they're the
crazy.
likes of
I'm gonna
her.
watch this twice before I get on a fucking cruise, dude.
Right here, looks over. Let me see that side eye again.
That's exactly how I look
Boom.
whenever I'm staring at
That's
someone. I'm
when
like,
that's when
can I help you?
you're like 21 across the bar and do the double look. You're like, I'm in. You're like, I'm in. The double look. And who comes up? Fucking cow.
Yeah.
He's gonna snap. It's almost like this shot, but it's not.
Notice how they're always eating and they're always like drinking. There's always food and
Mhm.
drinks around whenever it's the first class.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Third class, like you probably get 1 or 2 meals a day and it's like slop. Like, here you go. They could just give you a pack of cigs.
My biggest fear
This
having
is
an
all you get.
existential crisis on a boat. It's like
Yeah.
inescapable.
Yeah. Yo. Space.
You know, that shot of him looking up at the stars, I always think about how we're talking with just this obsession with HDR now and just how different that shot would look now.
Oh yeah.
There would be no lighting on him whatsoever.
Hmm. I mean, this story is basically just Romeo and Juliet.
It's got some
It's,
nuance.
mm.
One best picture for a reason.
They were like, "This is the best one." I tell you what. What was it up
This
against? It
is the best picture.
was up against As Good as It Gets, The Full Monty, Good Will Hunting, and L.A. Confidential.
I like LA Confidential, but best picture, man,
This was a no brainer.
98. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
no-brainer. Like
97
it's so
films.
I wish I could have bet on the Oscars back then. I wasn't even
And honestly, the
born.
more you watch this, you're like,
Oh,
damn,
what a
Kate.
great actress. I'm like crying, dude.
You're like, Kate should have won for over Helen Hunt. As Good as It Gets
This
is a good
whole
movie.
sequence. Like, don't presume to tell me what I can and cannot do. You don't know me.
He's like, but I'm from Wisconsin. He's even have a Wisconsin accent. Leo's from like upstate New York.
I would take Leo's hand. I'd be like, okay.
I'd be like, don't you remember when we were looking at each other on the deck earlier? You clearly like me. He just says that. You
Remember when you
clearly
did
like
a double
me.
take?
She's so good in this movie. I love her.
Yeah.
It makes me
Damn
wonder,
it,
has
I
she ever
remembered
been in a
how old she was, but now it's like escaping me whenever she filmed this.
she
I
was
think she
pretty
was
young.
17. Because her character is supposed to be 17.
Hmm.
I think she was 17 when they filmed this. I think Leo was 18 or 19. They should have been married in real life. Bro, she would fucking die as soon as she hits the water from that high.
I think whenever I
She's
got
probably
older and
I think she was
realized that they
20. She
weren't
was
married, I got sad.
1975 is when she was born, so she's probably in her early 20s.
Well, then I was wrong.
She looks pretty young though. He might have
Yeah,
been
she's
that
supposed to be
age
young.
though, because now I think about it, I think you're right. I think one of them was really young. We were talking about like her acting, and I for some reason was thinking about like has she ever been in a comedy, and I forgot that she's in The Holiday, which I guess
They're making
may or may not be
that
considered
an
a comedy.
Apple TV series now.
Movie 43.
Movie 40. Like every actor was in movie 43.
Every actor got finessed into that movie. No one wanted to be in that movie. Every actor got fooled into being in that film.
Did anybody else audition for these roles, or did Cameron like he knew that he wanted these two?
I think a bunch of people did audition for it.
You guys know about the Spider-Man movie that Cameron almost did in the 90s?
Mm-mm.
It's you can find the script for it online. Well, actually, it's not a script really. It's a script meant. It's like a script treatment, but it's pretty interesting. And he wanted Leo as Spider-Man.
Hmm. Yeah, let's see casting.
Hmm.
You don't want to do this. Though established actors like Matthew McConaughey, Chris O'Donnell, Billy Crudup, and Stephen Dorff were considered, Cameron felt they were too old for the part of a 20-year-old. Tom Cruise was interested, but his asking price was too high. Cameron considered Jared Leto for the role, but Leto refused to audition. Leo, 21 years old at the time, was brought to Cameron's attention by casting director Molly Finn. Initially, he did not want the role and refused to read his romantic scene. Cameron said he read it once and started goofing around. I could never get him to focus on it again. But for one split second, a shaft of light came down from the heavens and lit up the forest. Cameron strongly believed in DiCaprio's acting ability and told him, "Look, I'm not going to make you this guy brooding and neurotic. I'm not going to give him a wait, what? I'm not going to give him a tick and a limp and all the things you want." Cameron envisioned the character as being like those played by Jimmy Stewart or Gregory Peck. Gwyneth Paltrow, Winona Ryder, and Claire Danes and Reese Witherspoon were considered for the role. When they
I
turned it down, Winslet campaigned heavily for the role. She
I'm not
sent
gonna
Cameron
lie.
daily notes from England.
I am interested to see a version of this where Winona ended up being Rose. Not in like a way that's like I prefer Winona. I just am curious, like what she could have done. There's a lot of movies I would say are like that, where I'm like, no one else could have played this role. And that's not to say that she is the only person I think could play Rose. I think it's the same thing that goes for Jack. I'm just curious to see, like, I don't think I'd choose McConaughey. Like, I don't think I would want to see his version of it, but anybody else, maybe.
Said Cameron initially considered Michael Biehn for the role of Cal before offering it to McConaughey, and I guess McConaughey passed.
You
So
see, Billy
McConaughey could
Zane's
have
like the
been
only
seen.
actor in this lineup where I'd be like, no one else can play him but him.
Yeah. But at the time, you would probably like, I don't know who this Billy Zane guy is. I mean, Kate Winslet was in like Sense and Sensibility, so she wasn't like an unknown at that time. She's already an Academy Award nominee for supporting actress. And Leo was too. He was for Gilbert Grape. So like they weren't like nobodies.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Dude,
obviously
there's
this
a
skyrocketed them to
I was gonna say there's a shot later on that we're gonna point it out, and I actually do think it's one of those shots that's like the worst shot in the movie, but also you don't notice it because it happens so quickly. You know how he gives him money here? He gives him $20. I don't know what it is, dude. Whenever I watch a movie and it takes place during a different time period, I love to know how much that money is worth now. I want you to both take a guess how much this $20 is for him.
Oh, you looked it up already? Okay.
I looked it up already. I looked at it when I was watching the movie because I was like, no shot, this is how much it is.
What
I
is it,
bet
like
you it's. I bet you
$3?
it's like. No, I bet you it's like $1,200.
He gives him $20. It is now worth $660,
Yeah.
like roughly. It was like $658.
I
Yeah.
went the other way around.
Inflation, man. But also, there's another shot later in the movie where he's like going to like go see Rose again, and this guy, I forget his name, is Calloway.
Mhm.
He or no, is it Callahan? I can't remember. Anyway, he offers him $40, and I was like, damn, like he's offered him $200 to never talk to this girl again.
Yeah. She looks really young here. Yeah, that Callahan dude.
Imagine the emotions that she's
he's in The
feeling.
Omen.
Like, I just try to, like, just try to do
Kill
something.
myself. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
bad. His name was Lovejoy.
I love Choi.
He just died recently too.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He's in
I was-
he's in The Omen.
Yeah,
The
I was
first
telling
one.
Avery when we were rewatching this that if they remade this now, Charles Dance would be like the perfect actor for him.
Yeah. Okay, recast it now. Who's Leo? Who's Jack?
Leo is Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy
100%.
Chalamet. Yeah. Who's Rose?
Cal or Rose? Mm. I mean, I have personal picks that wouldn't be popular. Like
No, that's
Kaylee
him.
Spaney. Kaylee Spaney would be a great Rose.
You think so?
I think so. She's very like, I don't know, just like fawny, I guess is the word. She's like just kind of very delicate, or could be.
Yeah. You see, my
And
thing with Rose is that to me, she doesn't like there's aspects to her that are like delicate, but like deep down, I think of Rose, she's like a very strong character. And I still think Haley Spain could do that.
yeah, definitely. I mean, with Romulus for sure, 100%. That I mean, that third act or that secret act, that secret ending act is I don't know, I always liked how it turned out for her. But who would you
I
pick?
would.
Who would you guys pick?
For
I don't know if this
Rose,
is- I don't know
Yeah,
if this
Rose
is
and
like
Leo.
too
Or Rose
too
and
spot
Jack.
on.
man.
It'd be Florence Pugh for me.
Florence Pugh?
They like they're from like the same area, so him and Kate Winslet, so it's like the same person. Just put her right in. But I think Florence Pugh could nail this role. And you have to have her and Timmy chemistry already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure like her and Florence are from like the same English area. I was thinking of look at his suspenders, they're how worn down they are. He can't get new ones. Everyone up on that deck is wearing like a jacket, tie,
She's gotta be blazing hot.
dress, and he's just like suspenders, open collar. You could see his undershirt.
Yeah, you can even tell like in this like how they styled his collar, like it's not perfectly put he's not put together.
Mm-hmm. So no, that's why you looked at me twice. They definitely shot this over like a 2-3 hour period in the afternoon because you can see some of the shots are like sunset and then not. Like cutting back to this, it's not really sunset, but the previous shot on him, like that's clearly sunset right there.
Yeah.
Like,
It's always like, yeah, like it's the color of the sun that you can see is like
Mhm.
much clearly like later
Like
in the
this is
day. And
this
hers
was
is like
probably like the
right
first
where
couple
the sun
takes.
is like
Yeah,
This is whenever
it's
they
probably
first
the
started.
first couple takes. Yeah,
You can always tell by like the shadows too, like where the shadows fall for them.
Hmm. Yeah, but just hands. That's what that was the line. Good artist or something. Yeah, but just hands. That's all I do.
Isn't
Big hand
James
guy.
Cameron the hand model in the drawing shot?
I think
Is he?
so.
Yeah, I think so. I think that I've seen that over the years. That's Cameron's hand. He's the
Huh.
one that's drawing the photo or the picture.
Oh, I know when he's drawing her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I do know that. I thought you were talking about like there's a picture in this thing where he's looking at it or
Oh
she's looking
no.
at it where you see hands. I was like, those were his
Yeah.
hands. Then I
Those
was
are
like,
his
I guess it could have been
hands.
anyone's hands, really.
Yeah, I think it's when Leo's drawing. It's actually James Cameron's hand. He's like, yeah, you like? Huh? Isn't there like another Mandela effect of people like paint me like one of your French girls or something? That's not the line.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
says, I want you
Yeah.
to paint me like one of your French girls,
Or
Jack.
draw you like one of the girls or something in the
Or
book
draw
or
me like one of your
something.
French girls, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's
It's
and then
like
people
it's
just
like
say the
it's
line different.
understandable why it like gets like lost is because it's so
Hmm.
referenced in media that like it just becomes one of those things where you don't actually remember
Yeah.
Like
the
it's like
actual
it just
line.
becomes a caption. Yeah.
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 So I would like remember that. I'm like, that's not the actual line that she
He's not a
says.
painter. Like he doesn't paint, he draws.
Yeah. Madame Bujon. Nice ADR line there. You don't.
You wouldn't have jumped.
Damn. Cut right to her. I can fucking read you.
Is that the I can see you or I see you line in Titanic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at her
He
outfit.
he
Look
gets
at
an
their outfit, then
avatar
look at
too,
hers.
where he says, I see you. Whenever I was watching this, I was like, did that little Leo meme where he's pointing at the screen.
Mhm.
I was like, he says it in Avatar too.
Yeah. This is the guy from Jumanji. He's the dad in Jumanji, and then he's the hunter. He's like, bro, I'm just a fucking king from Gondor.
Do you think they get mad whenever an extra accidentally looks at the camera?
I know
Yeah.
from experience they do.
Yeah, they're like, damn it.
It becomes something where like immediately someone has to walk over and be like, do not look at the camera. Stop.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would be so embarrassed just like eating like a fake bowl of soup and just be like, oh shit. Oh, and
Oh
just like
shit.
leave. That's why I could never be an actor. I'd get like so embarrassed and like leave.
All right. The Pier of Santa Monica. Whoa, that's like where I live.
You just dox yourself?
Do what? Did he just
Did
dox
you?
himself?
Yeah. I don't live in Santa Monica. I live in the general area. Yeah.
You know that meme of the kid, was it the Rizzler, where they say his real name and he like looks back at him?
Yes.
They're
He's like,
They like say his name is he's like Christian and he like turns around.
Dude, is that kid like aged at all?
That is the funniest thing ever.
Respect black man. This isn't very ladylike, Rose.
who out of all of your watches of Titanic was the most fun person to watch it with? Besides us. Like what was
I
your
don't
most
remember.
fun
I've seen
rewatch?
this a lot of times.
I would say mine would be like with my mom and my older sisters when I was little. They're like so mesmerized by it.
My brother used to be obsessed with the Titanic sinking, and he would just draw the Titanic sinking all the time.
Your brother and I have that in common. I used to have a 3D model that I like protected with my
You're
life.
just like drawing like a natural
It's
disaster.
I
I'd be
do
Yeah.
think that like as
I drew the
kids,
iceberg too.
we it's one of those things where we fixate on things like this because we don't understand like what it meant, if that makes sense. Like I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys, but for whatever reason, I was obsessed with 9/11 the same way I'm obsessed with the Titanic, like understanding why it happened, understanding how it
Mhm.
happened, and then like getting older and realizing like how drastic it really is, and just understanding like
Mm.
really what happened.
Mhm.
It's insane. And there's an adaptation of like what happened during the World Trade Center. We've seen movies and countless versions of like what happened on 9/11, but none of them have done a story like this where it's a narrative story that's happening where the event just happens to take place after. And I think because
I have
it's
one example.
I think I know what it is,
Remember
but
Me,
let's hear it.
starting Robert Pattinson.
But that's the thing though, is Remember Me doesn't count. I you can argue with me on this. That's fine. I don't think it counts because with Titanic,
No, it's
from
an
the beginning
insane
where things are
ending.
happening.
It's an insane
Whereas
ending.
Remember Me, it happens at the very end. It
But you're
never
at
once
September
mentions
11th.
it.
I literally
Yes,
said no fucking way and started cracking up. And I was like, dude, there's no way this is how this is ending.
but
And
that's
it
okay.
just
That's my point though. Is
sorry for
that
spoilers, but the ending to Remember Me, starring Robert Pattinson, is kind of like a romance movie. And then he goes back to speak with his dad, who's played by Pierce Brosnan. And then you cut to a shot of a classroom and it says September 2001. And I was like, no fucking way. And it cuts to Robert Pattinson staring out the window and it pans out and he's in the World Trade Center. Like he dies in the
okay?
World
But
Trade Center.
the reason that I don't really agree with it is mainly just because with this movie compared to Remember Me,
I was just joking. I
the
was just joking. Let me
Titanic
be
is the
honest, I
plot,
was
right?
just
It's called
joking.
Titanic for a reason. Remember Me isn't called 9/11. You know what
9/11.
I mean?
9/11
It's
hashtag
not called
remember me.
9/11 the movie. It's called Remember Me.
Remember
And
me, a
Man,
9/11
I
story.
recently went through something similar. I mean, I went through that with Titanic as a kid, and then I went through something really similar last year after I ran OKC, where I got really fixated on the
the
uh
memorial,
yeah, the
the bombing, yeah,
memorial.
the Murrah building.
Yeah, yeah. I got.
I can't
I mean,
believe we've gone this long without talking about it, Tony. Like I grew up like 40 minutes from there, and I've been to that memorial a few times. Did you go through the memorial, or did you just go for the
Yeah, yeah, no. So I made a whole trip out of it. I actually ran for one of the people who lost their lives in the bombing. But what speared all of it was just it was I just saw this thing on my social media one day about like a Remember marathon. I was like, that's really cool. And then I looked it up, and there's just so many similarities or like parallels with just like what was going on like in my life at the time, and um looking at how much it meant for like these families to like have people running for them and everything. I went through the museum and I wasn't expecting for the audio recording to play and everything. um and it was just intense. It was really
it's a hard
it
museum to walk through. It's
mhm.
And I agree with you. Like it's not knowing what you're getting into, walking into it. It's really hard to get through it, but it's a
I got
very
super emotional at the end of my marathon. Well, one because of it was a marathon, and then two, they have all the photos of the victims who lost their lives that day at the very end of the marathon, and I wasn't expecting to see the little girl that I ran for. And all of my race photos, I'm all like crying and teared up and everything. But um, where I was going with that was, do you ever think in our lifetime they're gonna create a 9/11 disaster epic like the Titanic, or do you think it'll be
No.
after we're gone?
I think they will. We've seen already so many of them. I don't think like an epic is what I've seen so far. Like we've seen Oliver Stone did one. There was Flight 93.
Yeah, Flight 93,
There's been
that was on the
versions of
plane.
that story where, yeah. So like we've seen adaptations and versions of that story where it's from a certain perspective, where it takes place on that day, or like it's meant to take place essentially. Like it's like a version of like what was happening for someone on that day. But to answer your question, like with this grand scale epic that someone's done, like James Cameron did with this, I think we've yet to see it. I don't want it to sound like it's morbid, but whoever does handle it, I hope it's just in the right hands and that they can really serve like not just
That's what I.
homage to it, but also be respectful with it. Because this movie feels like a love letter to everybody who was there.
It does. That's where I was going with it. You took like the words out of my mouth almost like
Yeah.
perfectly. I if that does happen, I would just, I know that there's this grand like pomp and circumstance to cinema, and like it has to be big, it has to be boom, it has to be like, has to make the audience like scared, but also at the same time, there could be like a powerful story in that 9/11 movie that someone makes one
Oh,
day.
absolutely, there can be. I think it just has to be in the right hands. And again, I don't think we've yet to see it, but I think someday we will.
Yeah, we'll see. Best I've seen. I think the difference is this is a natural disaster, like
And that's
as
a
opposed
war.
to
That's what I was gonna say too.
a terrorist attack. So it's like a little different of an event as opposed to like
There's
this
not
was
really
like
as
a
clear antagonists
man-made
to this
act.
movie. There's definitely
Yeah.
people who are like
The
antagonistic,
antagonist is
but
just classist. The
the
class system is
antagonism is
just basically the
classism and
plot.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think the difference is that there's no real clear antagonist. Like no one caused this to happen other than the
Yeah.
greediness of the people who just wanted to show
You
off.
know,
And
this is how I learned how to eat the like you have like three forks and like spoons, like you just work your way down.
yeah.
Your first is a salad fork, it's always smaller. That's how I knew where to put the fork and knife. Forks go on the left.
And you were talking about money earlier. I had like a little note that a first class ticket to New York on Titanic was $2,500.
Jesus.
Third class was 40.
It's like 10 grand.
When you say $2,000, is that at the time or is that inflated
I
already?
think I put down at the time, yeah.
At the time.
So $2,000. Hold on, let's Google it, guys. Let's see how fast I can do it. All right, let's take a look.
2019, 1912.
$2,000. It doesn't even let me go to 1912. It says 1913, but it's close enough.
Yeah, same thing.
I'm going to turn on the light. It's getting dark here.
How much do you guys think it is?
I don't know it. Don't ask me.
2000?
I said the wrong
I'm
thing
gonna
last
say it's the way you just reacted. I'm gonna say it's 40 grand a ticket.
Tony?
time. Fudge. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna do 45.
So you said it was about 2,000 and some change. I just put 2,000, but with inflation, as of now, it would be $65,828.
Holy shit.
I mean, this was pre-airline, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and you're also, it's like an event you're going on. It's probably like it'd be like, how long was the trip supposed to be? Like 2 weeks?
It was like 6 days,
Or
6 to
yeah,
7
it's like,
days. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like it's a week long excursion. Everything's
Paying
paid
for your
for 'cause you're just
food.
fucking rich. Yeah, like you're not paying for these bills. Like that's all incorporated in your like your meal.
Yeah, but 65 grand, man. That's crazy. You could buy a house with
Yeah.
that.
It's just
Or at
made it
least
a point there
like
to
at
show the
least half
fucking
of a
food.
house.
Made it a point there to show their extravagant desserts that no one's gonna fucking eat. Then he's like, "Yo, you want to go to a real fucking party with an Irish band?"
I'm gonna go to a real party.
You don't want to stay out here with the women, do you?
No, no, fatty.
Dr. Biddy hangs out with the women.
Hook up with the women. Oh. Like, yeah, fucking Kate's hot. Great toss. Great toss there. Great line delivery and toss.
Her hair is kind of similar to how it looks whenever she's 105 years old, right there.
He does like a weird look back here. He keeps like looking back.
He's like, "Did you get it?"
Did you get it? Did you look at it yet? It just says hey. It's
It
And
just says
now
you
it's a
smell like
forbidden
ass.
love story.
yeah.
It says like the thing in the social network says you dick.
You did. Yeah. You want to go to a real party? Yeah.
This is where the if you're watching it on TV, it cuts to a commercial.
Hmm.
Yeah.
FX
I always
presents.
I always hated watching movies on TVs because they'd always cut out like a little bit, even if it wasn't like a lot.
Yeah. And like
Dude, I
when he
want to
said you
go
want to
to
go
this
to when you go
party.
to a real party, like the party will be almost cut off because it fades out.
Yeah.
There's an actual band. They're called Gaelic Storm.
You can see the what's her face from Terminator and Aliens there.
Oh yeah.
Like 2 seconds. And then you see her later in the movie as well.
I love how they became friends with their roomies. The guys that were like
Yeah, the
worse men.
Swedes.
Yeah, the Swedes figured it out. Drinking some guineas.
Some guineas. We were
Some
talking about that
dark
whenever.
beer. I always thought about, I was like, are they drinking Coke when I was little? Is that Coke?
And Guinness.
It's a dark beer.
Or just a dark ale.
What was the
You
best beer
know,
you had in Vegas, by the way?
you know. I mean, I just got like
I had no idea what you
regular.
got. I just went up to the bar with
They're
you and I
just
was like,
regular. They were just regular beers. They weren't anything like extravagant.
I was just waiting for Van to walk through the hotel room door. You're like, oh, it's
Man,
Bestie.
Vegas.
if I'd have known about it, I probably would have pulled through at least for a day.
Dude, Baja and I want to go see you so bad. We talk
Dude,
about
come
it all the time.
through. You, Pat, all of you,
I'm
And we'll get
down.
Akash to come down.
come hang out. We'll hang out for a weekend. Just let me know what days I can take off.
I'm so down, man. We
Dude,
there
this
there
song
might be
goes
a
fucking hard. This is an actual song. It's on their album. It's their first track on their first
is it
album.
really?
Goes fucking hard.
It sounds like it goes hard.
Dude, imagine if you were at a party, and there's just an Irish band is fucking killing it in the corner. And you'd be like, dude, this is the greatest party I've ever been to in my entire life.
Watch, Van's gonna get an email from Disney while we're doing this podcast. Just be like, hey, love for you to come to
I mean,
the
you guys
red
gonna be
carpet
hanging out.
event.
They're gonna be like, "Do you want to fucking hang out at the Avatar Fire and Ash premiere?" And be like, "Like I
No,
can't. I'm hanging out with my boys."
your face gonna be just like that for 5 minutes to me and Pat and be like, is everything okay?
I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." He'll be like, "Are you okay?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. Absolutely."
This is what Pat listens to whenever he wakes up in the morning.
Dude, this is my homeland's music.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at Fabrizio. They make Fabrizio like
Fabrizio.
way too Italian in
Fabrizio.
this.
I had to show some diversity. One Italian.
Cut to the fucking dudes. Just talking shop. I love that cut back to like they're drinking brandy, smoking cigars. These guys are like 12 Guinness deep doing arm wrestling.
Freaking love their paper cigarettes. I
Yeah.
love props.
But it's like you'd be like watching it, you'd be like, I want to hang out with these fucking people, not the fucking first class. Cause shit about them. I'd be down here.
Never noticed that she's wearing her engagement ring too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just friends with the Swedes guys. The Swede guys.
I'd hang out with them.
Damn. They're all so fascinating. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. He's like, I fucking spotted him.
Boo.
Fucking creep. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys haven't stopped yet. They're just still fucking going.
Partying.
Even though she's completely overdressed for the party, they treat her like they're equal. But if they were in first class, mm-mm. She looks really young here too.
All in the eyeliner, Pat.
He's about ready to throw this table across the room. The Undertaker. Is he supposed to be like 40 or like 35?
He looks like he's probably in his
He's an heir,
40s.
right?
Yeah. Or maybe he's supposed to be like 30, but she's like, I'm pretty sure her character is like 17. Yeah, I think he's like an heir to like a in New
Steel
York.
Tycoon.
Yeah. Well, then it's implied that obviously the depression took all of his money and then he killed himself.
Yeah, she says at like the very
She
end that
says,
like
yeah,
he
she's like,
lost a
or
bunch
so
of
I
money in the
read.
stocks.
Yeah. I guess he's probably like somewhat related to like a Rockefeller or something. Damn. She must fucking nail this role.
What else is that actress in?
Well, she was married
The
to Clint
mom.
Eastwood. Let's see. Rose?
I'm so locked into this film right now, guys. Sorry. Damn.
She was in Frances Fisher's her name. She's in she's in Unforgiven.
Yeah, she's really good in Unforgiven too.
She's in a lot of stuff. But yeah, like obviously Scott Eastwood, like that's her. That's his mom. And Francesca Eastwood. Yeah, Unforgiven. I think that's where they met.
Do what?
Her and Clint met on Unforgiven, I think.
This is like 95,
91,
96.
90,
Oh wait, it was 90,
shot 91,
91. You're
92.
right. Because I think it
Shot
won something in
91,
92.
released 92. It won Best Picture. That was
Yeah,
the year I
you're
was
right.
born.
Her mom is so manipulative, dude.
Oh, mother. Shut up. Don't you
Oh,
understand?
mother.
There's not enough people to the ball. Goodbye, mother. Yeah, because doesn't the mother imply here like they don't have any more money, so she like has to do this.
Yeah,
Like you
she's putting a lot
have
of
to,
pressure on her
Yeah, she was
daughter.
basically
you
like,
have to
like
marry him
Like a fixed
in order
marriage.
for us to get. Yeah, it basically is a fixed marriage. Yeah,
it's because they want to stay in like that same like level of
class
class.
system. Yeah,
Because she doesn't have to marry, and she was saying earlier too that like they saw university as like an opportunity to like find a husband.
mm-hmm. You're not allowed to come to church though. This is the rich church. Let's see how Mr. Andrews greets him. Hello, Jack. He doesn't say like, "Fuck are you?"
Yeah, he doesn't see class. He's literally just like some
He's
guy.
just like about his boat. You don't remember me? I don't know, bro. I see like 700 people a day.
I'm like perfectly in sync with somebody. I can hear it.
It's probably me.
I like your mic, by the way, Vance. That's a cool mic.
Do it.
It's a
Oh,
cool
thank
mic.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know why I got. I think I got it because I was like trying to like work on something, and I was like, if I just record it, it's a lot easier to just have this whole thing. Dude, I actually broke this mic stand like month and a half, 2 months ago, I think. And I just, I feel so bad. I always do this. I finesse the crap out of like people like Amazon. What I did was I just ordered a new one. And I just put the box. I sent it back.
You like you're saying it broke and it came. Damn.
Dude, okay, so
And
I
fuck Amazon. They got it's a trillion. They're like a
okay,
$1 trillion
so
company. I
feel
think they can
awful.
afford a new
I
one.
feel awful about this, but okay, so I do this with Blu-rays sometimes because sometimes I'll like order a movie, and then for whatever reason, months go by and I'll rewatch it, and it'll be like a scratch in the disc, and I'll be like, I've only watched this movie one fucking time. Why is it
Yeah.
like this? So what I'll do is I'll order it off of Amazon. I'll take the new disc and I'll switch it out with mine, then I'll send it back. But one time I ordered a movie and I didn't see that it wasn't sold and shipped by Amazon. It was like a mom and pop shop that you could just put online. And so I got it and I was so fully prepared to like send it back with like the scratched disc. And then it said like, thank you for supporting our small business. Like, yeah, it
Damn.
means the world to us. We hope that we see your business again. And I was like, I can't do it this time. I'm just gonna keep it. Like, I'm just gonna keep both copies. I don't care.
I guess you could just donate the other one to like a library or something, and it doesn't work.
I sent it to like a Goodwill. I don't know what I did to it.
Do you want me to edit that
The
part out?
ship
If I'm
only had 20
committing fraud.
lifeboats. Only 20 lifeboats were aboard the Titanic. That's insane.
Crazy.
And if they were all filled up, I think it's only like 1,178 lives it would have saved. Still.
They weren't even filled up, the ones that they did have.
No,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They weren't filled up. No, in one of these, like he mentions, like there was 12 people put in one, like 12.
Yeah. And they had the chance to put like 70 men on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he says like they were tested by like 70 like 300-pound men. Like you can foot other people on this fucking boat. Like, but then Mr. Fantastic goes back. We waited too long.
He's awesome in this movie too. He's not in it for very long, but he's good in it.
Is there anyone alive out there? Can anyone hear me?
Is that Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah, it's what's his name? Owen Griffin.
Well, keep checking them. Keep looking.
Keep looking.
He's in like he's in the opening scene, like he's standing by him when they're like when he says I'm the king of the world, he's standing by the captain.
Yeah.
But then he's only kind of in the
He's
rescue
in the very
part.
end, like a lot more.
Yeah. He's only in like the part where
This
like,
is
they
where
kinda
she
go
like
back.
questions like, am I really just gonna be unhappy for the rest of my life? Or do I just take a chance on this guy? I'm a sucker for forbidden love stories.
So the concept of the story is like kind of funny because then she like never mentions this guy ever. And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, granddaughter, this was my actual true love. Your grandfather kind of was just like second."
There we go.
I feel like it's like when they show the photos at the end. I'm like, she should just go on to become like Katharine Hepburn or something. She became an actress. This is the shot. Sorry, I just spoiled it. This is the shot.
Oh wow. Yeah. I've
It
never
looks like a
noticed that
painting.
before.
I knew the shot it was too. That's crazy.
Wade Van speak again.
Yeah, I was about to say I couldn't really hear him that time.
A fucking mic, dude.
Your mic
I
went
have
down.
like a no, it's a mixture that I have down here, and so I think I turned it down because I feel like my I breathe heavy. It's so bad.
Look at him.
Guys,
He's
this is
like,
the last sunset that Titanic sees right here.
so we've made it to the night of the sinking.
Yeah, checking in. How are we feeling?
Dude,
Movies with the
Dude,
bros, movies with the
nothing can go
friends.
wrong,
dude,
dude.
she
This
looks
is
good right there. I'd be
this
like,
movie
yo.
is so much fun.
I mean, I just watched this less than 24 hours ago. I'm still like locked
Hey,
in.
A week ago, I was like,
Van,
I'm not doing this in 24
so
hours.
to show my fan side of the commentary podcast, I listened to the score for this film and I found the percussion instruments for you because I remember you asking what kind of instruments that Cameron used, or not Cameron, but what instruments were used in the Alien film.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to be a musician, or yeah, I used to be a musician. I played the drums for 13 years of my life.
nice. I mean, I play a lot of music as well. I've had to kind of leave a lot of that behind, though, unfortunately. So, like, I have a piano background. I don't know if you can see that. I still
I
play
play
every now
piano
and then.
too.
Like, I
Dude,
play
we should totally
piano.
jam whenever I come visit.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have a guitar right here. You'll play the piano. We'll get Pat on some drums. We'll be rocking out.
You don't want
So
me on
in Kate
drums.
Winslet's costume for this particular shot, she had all of Leo's makeup like in her bust and everything because it was hard for makeup artists to get to them. So she just kept it right there and she did his makeup.
That's
Hmm.
funny.
This is probably the most famous scene from this movie. Yeah, I think people think that I'm the King of the World is kind of like mixed in with this.
Yeah,
They
because he
always
sings
do.
right here.
Yeah. He sings the song that she's then singing on the door.
Yeah.
Here's your famous shot. A little soft to start.
That's so beautiful.
A little soft.
And then it focuses.
Great fucking shot. This shot always creeped me out though when it cuts to the dissolves to them right here.
I think it's one of the best
When it
shots in this
It
dissolves,
movie.
starts
yeah.
It's
decaying.
gorgeous.
Yeah. When it
The
dissolves and
colors
you're
that it
like,
uses
yeah.
too.
You guys remember where the film cuts in the two VHS?
I remember it's like right after it hits the iceberg and
Hmm.
he's like on the desk looking at it and he can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy, whenever you put on the second tape, the guy's just like this, just
Yeah.
standing in the door.
He's ordering more speed. 26 years of experience working against him. Figures he ain't big enough to
And his
save shit.
fucking hands.
Hips too big or too small. He's a quarter of a man.
She's like, yeah.
I
Seamless.
noticed a lot of the color palette that you see in like the more modern day stuff, like anything that's like takes place now, or I guess not now,
90s.
but in the
Yeah.
90s is a lot colder. And
Mhm.
everything that you see on the Titanic is like warmer. There's a lot more yellows.
Yeah. But until they hit the iceberg, and then the color palette changes. He dims down the lighting. Like the lighting in here is very like 50s melodramatic, glossy. But then when the iceberg hits, it's nope, no more. Like the second half of this movie is just a masterclass in directing.
The entire film is a
Yeah.
masterclass. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, it's insane how much
Right here.
the
Here's a line. Draw me like one of your French girls. But I think people say I want you to paint me like one of your French.
they always say
French girls.
paint. Yeah.
Yeah. wearing this and only this. This was the first pair of boobies I ever saw.
Was it really?
Yep.
I think it was
I
mine
wasn't
too, to be
allowed.
honest
I
with
wasn't
you.
allowed to go see Titanic because I was only 5. I remember crying because I couldn't go. Then I remember like, buying the VHS, and I was allowed to watch it at home because it was like a year later.
I think it's
It
one
was,
of
it
those
was
things
the
where like
first boobs I ever
adults
saw.
forget that there's like scenes in movies, so it's like the one chance that it's like a kid that you're like, I'm gonna go watch it in the room.
And, like I think this came on, and I think I remember my mom being like, "Ah, whatever." So I was like, "Oh, what are those?"
Oh,
I don't think I was allowed to watch this when I was growing up.
I'm pretty sure I was only like 6 or 7 when I first saw this.
So then I was like 4.
I too would react that way, Leo. I'd be like, "Whoa." Over on the bed. Nice.
Just want to look at the hand, be like, that's Cameron's hand.
But I love that acting by Leo there because I think it's implied that he's like a virgin because he was like in shock, and then like
Mhm.
when they actually do have sex, she like because he like lays on her like he was like out of breath, like he had never like done it before.
Mhm.
So I always thought it kind of implied that this was his first time he's ever had sex. Like even all the girls he's drawn naked, like he never had sex with them. Yeah, here's James Cameron's hands.
there's a shot where James is in the movie too. It's really quick though. Like you can miss it if you don't know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in the second half?
Yeah, it's like I'll point it out when we get to it, but it's when the ship is sinking and they're starting to get people off boats.
Man, I just like to be a woman in the theater in the 90s and just like watching this beautiful love story. I would love to ask someone who watched this in the theaters for like the first time how they felt.
I mean, people were in love with
People love
Leonardo
this movie. It was
DiCaprio.
a huge movie. It made a
Huge
lot of
movie.
money. I mean, it was like
It
the
was the biggest
highest
movie at the
grossing film for a
time
while
until Avatar.
until Avatar. Yeah.
Until he just made another movie.
Let's
And
take a look
then
at the box office numbers week by week. Let's really study this thing. Let me
Yeah,
pull this
I'm
up.
down.
could
Let
you
me pull
imagine if
this
he
thing up.
opened against Titanic?
You know what this feels like right now? Not gonna lie. It feels like having like a sleepover with like your bros. You're just like watching a movie.
We do this
Watching a
every week. I
film.
mean, it's kind of what it feels like now. I've gotten in the hang of it of just like doing this every week.
Yeah, like
Now,
this once a
obviously,
week.
there's weeks
I
where
had the same feeling whenever I went on Trey's podcast. There was just like this like moment in the episode where I was just like, "Are you glowing? Are you glowing with these guys on while you're making a podcast?" Yeah, yeah.
okay, so opening weekend, December 19th, 1997. Do we want to take a guess what it opened with?
Gosh, the dude.
Opened with 300 million.
That'd probably be around my guess too.
Opening weekend gross was 28 million. It opened with Tomorrow Never Dies at 25 million. Scream 2 was also in theaters. It was on its second week,
What was the worldwide gross?
Craven.
but it did go up as time went on. So like it opened in 2,674 screens per theater. It made about 10,000, and then its second week, December 26th, 1997, it had a 24% increase. It had 2,700 screens, so it expanded to a few more. Second weekend, it made 88 million. Or
That's a big
35 million, I'm sorry, and total was 88 million. Now it did decrease a little bit over time, and then it kind of would go back up and down. But on February 6th, 1998, the following year after, it was at 337 million total. And on February 13th, 1998, Valentine's Day weekend. It had a 43% increase, going from 2,900 screens to 3,000, and it grossed 32 million, and it was at 376 million.
Damn.
It was in
How
theaters.
long did it stay in theaters? Yeah.
It was
Back
in
then,
theaters for nearly a year. It went
back
from
then
theaters
movies played for a
Wow.
long time.
December 19th, 1997, up until September 25th, 1998. It stayed in theaters for 41
Because
weeks.
that was before like the VHS probably didn't come out till like 99 almost. Like maybe fall 98 the VHS came out.
I'd have
Back
to
then,
look
I
at
mean,
it.
I say back then, it's like 30 years ago, but movies stayed in theaters for a long time. Like,
It stayed in the top 10 highest grossing films for 26 consecutive weeks.
you know,
Even whenever it
like I
did make
remember,
less than $1 million a weekend, there was on its 31st week, it hit a 230% increase.
like I remember when I saw War of the World that came out in like June of '05. I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters in like October of that year. It was still playing in some theaters.
Really?
Yeah. Like movies played for a while. That's how they made their money. Like
That's how
they
they
weren't
made money.
pulled
Now,
after 2 weeks. Like
movies don't make any money on streaming, man. That's
no.
why they made movies back then, is because
Like
whenever the
every
movie made money in
Fantastic Four had a
theaters,
drop,
when it
a
made
big
money in
drop.
theaters, it made money in theaters. And then on top of that, like if you had a good box office run, your movie made money on DVD or VHS. It was basically like a
Yeah.
second income.
You get the back end of that. And that's why you don't see $100 million movies anymore. Because on the back end, their DVD and Blu-ray sales, they would cover the back end costs, they cover the marketing costs. But studios did it to themselves where they are now.
They dug themselves in that
You
hole.
can't really blame the consumer. You did it to yourself.
I know everybody's like mind boggled right now about Fantastic Four.
I'm really glad that everybody else is liking it because oh man, that was so funny. I was watching it with a group of friends, and I
I
think
remember
there
you
was
telling
like
us this. Yeah.
I watched it with like 14 people, and we all filled one row, and there was like two or three people who were really excited to see it, and I didn't know them personally. They were my friends' friends, and they got into the screening somehow. I can't
Yeah.
remember how, but
Mhm.
I did not meet them before that night. I was just like, yeah, like nice to meet you, and it was such a small screening that we were all at some point like we got so like just over it that we were just like laughing and like making jokes the whole time. And then at one point I remember like, oh, these people are actually excited to see this. Like we should stop. Like they're gonna hate us.
Mhm.
And then the movie ended. They're like, oh no, we didn't like it either. And I was like, okay, good. I would have felt bad.
Yeah. I felt like there was about 20 or 30 minutes missing from Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
It definitely did. And those
I
20 or 30 minutes that were
gave the
missing, I guarantee
filmmakers their
were
flowers, but I
in the
definitely was
first.
good after a second watch.
Yeah,
This
that's
whole
not a good look for Disney right now. They're probably
this whole
really
thing
panicking.
with the car being in this holding area, I saw like there was like a thing at that museum that showed like where the holding area would be at, and this whole floor would take up like the entire like space below the first class people. So even below this was where the lower class people were.
So got it.
Wait,
He's the
to
richest man in the
this?
world. In this specific moment, he's the richest man in the world.
Oh yeah.
The woman that he loves is in his arm.
To the stars. She is very sweaty.
They were just in that like steam room too.
Yeah. What you doing down here?
Yeah,
What
they
you
probably
doing down here?
stink.
It's dangerous.
Shut all the dampers. Shut them. I remember Cameron had to apologize to the family of the one guy who put the lifeboats that shoots himself in the head. Remember when
Uh-huh.
he shoots my Irish bro, and then he
He
kills
shoots the
himself.
Irish guy and then he kills himself.
Yeah, yeah. I think that he had to apologize because like that he didn't actually he actually was like one of the last people on the boat, like getting people on the ships. Like he didn't actually kill himself. Like that
The
person.
movie.
It's
I
just
think
the
a
way
lot
it
of times
fell.
you kind of just got to think
Yeah,
about like
I think he
what's
also
gonna
had to
serve the story.
apologize to the person in the crow's nest because the guy in the crow's nest does survive, but he had like a terrible life. Because he was like, I should have done more. But I think he also had to kind of like apologize to be like, they weren't distracted by love down there. Like they were constantly looking out and looking around. They weren't distracted by two people kissing that they didn't see the iceberg coming.
Do you guys remember whenever Oppenheimer came out and there was like that whole debate about like his family saying like, "Oh, he never poisoned that apple." It's like, okay, so that's where we draw the fucking line. That's what we're talking about here. You're fine with
Just so
him
you
doing what he
know,
did.
he
Yeah.
didn't almost like poison his
But
teacher, but he
He
definitely
did.
created the
He
first
did
atom.
create the atomic bomb, but he
he
did
created an
not try
atomic
to
bomb.
poison his teacher. Get
His
the
teacher.
facts straight.
He created an atomic bomb that killed thousands of people, but hey, I draw the line at the poison apple.
It's like
They
fucking
went
what's his
down
name in
there.
it's like Eisenberg in Social Network. Do I owe money to every person who
Chair.
made a chair?
A chair.
They came to me with an
Yeah.
idea. I had a better one.
This guy
Which,
invented a
funny
chair.
enough, we haven't talked about Social Network 2 news yet, which is crazy.
I think Eisenberg saying no tells it all.
I find it interesting. I don't think it's gonna be better, but I do find it interesting.
I'm just intrigued that Mikey might be in it.
I know, dude. I know me and you, Tony, with our fucking
Mhm.
queen.
Mikey, maybe.
Our Honora. Our Annie.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I mean, even the handprint, very fucking famous. The hand on the. Everyone on the cruise, like, nice. They're in love.
Is that a Diet Coke?
You want a
Is it
Diet
Diet
Coke?
Coke? No, it is not a Diet Coke.
What
Diet
is
Cokes
it?
are liquid cigarettes. You ever heard that
An
before?
athletic brewing company. Non alky.
Oh, and non-alky.
Oh,
A non alky.
there's a difference between Coke Zero and Diet Coke. Diet Coke uses aspartame, I think is what it is.
Hey, have you worn your hat yet? I got him a Diet Coke hat in Vegas.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Guys, the iceberg's
You
coming.
guys just did everything without me, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
I bet you got married down there too, didn't you? To some Russian oligarch. And you're gonna have to get that shit annulled in 2 weeks.
Honestly, maybe.
Fucking May. Tire movie switches. Boom. This guy's
War's
so
about to go
nonchalant.
hard. I might turn it
This
up a
guy's
little
so
bit.
nonchalant right here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's a fucking iceberg coming.
It just knocks over that guy's fucking drink.
My heart
Yeah.
rate's jumping.
And the guy's down below. Like a double take. Yeah. Because they know exactly what that means. There's a
That's
fucking
all you could
iceberg.
do. That's all that guy could do.
Yeah. You gotta
One
go
thing I noticed
reverse.
too about this movie is that a lot of the shots before the iceberg hits, anytime in the movie, is so like precise. It's very smooth. Like there's not really
Mhm.
any moment where there's any sort of chaos. Like the moment that this like becomes introduced in the sense that like it's
You get a
threat,
handheld shot in there.
even now, it's like the camera moves with such different like
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, the editing too. It's quicker. Everything's
A
like
lot quicker. Everything becomes a lot more like just very intentional. It becomes very like high energy, very high paced.
Mhm.
It makes you feel like there's a sense of urgency, whereas before there's
and
a lot of shots
even
that kind
though
of just
you
hit.
know it sinks, you're like, no, no, like it
Yeah.
can't hit, it can't hit. Like absolutely not. even though you know everything sets you up for to know that this ship sinks.
Yeah, and
Because
now all
even
of a sudden
the
the
hope
color
of him
grading
being
is like a
like,
dark blue.
yeah, the hope of him being like, come on, come on. Like you think that they might not hit it.
Yeah, like could they be wrong? Is it that ship?
Dude, those things are fucking moving down below. It's gonna hit
It's gonna hit an hour.
an hour with most. But the ship can't sink. Fuck.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
that'd be like terrifying. Just that, like feeling just like it's shaking just a little bit.
Yeah, you've been
Obviously
floating
down
in the
below,
ocean for like days.
yeah, obviously down below you're gonna fucking feel it, but like the upper class here, just it's like a little shake.
Wonder if anybody freaking broke their neck.
Yeah. Mr. Andrews knows right fucking away. Later, Briz.
Automatically dead immediately.
Yeah, really dead. That'd be, yeah, like the color completely changes.
Yeah, it's ice cold.
The shots of them in the like steam room too, and like the engine stuff with them trying to get to the door before it closes. That's again like us talking about like how he remakes his own movies. That's the abyss right there.
Mm-hmm.
Those shots of them trying to get to doors and making sure that they can
Yeah.
get out of there before they die.
I don't know if this is like just a me thing. Whenever I was like a little kid, now I feel a little guilty like saying it. But whenever I used to go to water parks with my family and stuff, I used to pretend I was on the Titanic.
Yeah, no, me too. I think all of us did that.
I did
when we
too,
were kids.
yeah. I
It's
did
just
too.
Isn't
like
that
I think you see
crazy?
in movies like people acting, and it's just one of those things where you're just like, I could do that. I could do that shit so
Mhm.
easy.
Yes.
Like
I
wake
would
up and you're like
reenact this
Jack.
exact scene under the like
Yeah.
water fountains, and I would be like, go, go,
You
go.
you like
The
open
shot
your
right
eyes like you're
here. The shot
Inception.
right here.
Yes.
The slow shot of the doors
Yeah.
closing.
Dude, I need to
It
ask
works
all my
so
friends on
well.
Twitter that they've done that too. Have you ever pretended you're like in a like disaster epic at water parks?
I mean, that's what they did. I think they immediately closed all those doors. Like they just let those people drown. Smell skinny.
I want to say that's probably like right where the VHS would cut off, and you would have to go to like the
Hmm.
next.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right after they do this.
Yeah, yeah.
This would be like where part 2 starts.
I think it's like right here. It would cut. Yeah, like it's all handheld now on Mr. Murdoch. It's all handheld.
The camera's a lot more like unsteady. It's
Yeah.
like okay, like this is
Awkward. It's like an
definitely not-
awkward close up.
That's one thing I do kind of miss about like the era of filmmaking where like they didn't really have a choice but to like give us an intermission because of technology and where we were.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I hear all the time people say like people need to like we need
I think
intermissions in
it cuts
movies.
right here. It would cut right there,
Yeah,
I
it did.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
this
I
is where
hear
it
all
would
the time people
start.
saying like, "Oh, we need more intermissions in movies." Like, and it's like, dude, the movies you're talking about are 2 hours long. By the time
Yeah.
that any movie had an intermission, it was always like at the 2 hour
This is
mark. If
3 hours
not
and
more.
14 minutes long.
The movies that had intermissions were 4 hours long. That's why they had
Yeah.
intermissions. 'Cause they had to
It's
cheap out the
it's
film.
I figured out where it is. It's whenever he sends the SOS. He sends this, what is it, CQD?
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
was like
yeah.
in the
It's
room.
the
Yeah,
CQD.
it's like right
Yeah,
here.
that's where it
CQD.
is.
Sir?
The rats.
The rats are like, fuck this shit. I'm getting on one of them boats.
Ratatouille's getting out of here.
Dude, those rats were
Dude,
freaking soaked.
the shot from like their feet to the cutting to like the rich people in his like slippers, robe.
Apparently it hit over there.
Like they're trying to be like fun about it. Give it 45 minutes, you're gonna be screaming. This is bad. Yeah, they already heard right there. No, it's already underwater. Like it's already sinking right now.
That extra is cracking me up. I like him. Everyone's like, sir.
Sir. He's like,
A
howdy.
Tyrone photographed. It would take so long to photograph. 1912. Hold on, let me get my. Hold on, let me get this set up real quick. It's gonna take me 30 minutes to light this one area. They put that in my pocket, bro. You gotta believe me. Who gives a shit?
Why do I immediately feel colder after the icebergs? I feel like chilly.
It's the 4D experience.
The 4D experience.
Do you guys know about the? Do you guys remember the thing with the Brutalists at like I think it was the Vista Theater in LA? How they had like the intermission built into the film, and then they came back and they had to sit to the intermission again. Do you know about
Nah.
this?
No.
No.
So the Brutalists. You guys have seen the Brutalists, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
There's the thing with the intermission, how that shot of like the family with the picture, and it's like
Yeah.
15 minutes. So they were showing it. I can't remember if it was at the Vista or I think it was the Vista. The point is that it was being shown on that 70 mil film, and it was being shown, and then right when it hit the intermission point, they just stopped the film. They didn't let the film go. So they just
Oh.
stopped the movie, and then everyone went to the bathroom for like 15 minutes. They did what they needed to, and then they came back and they restarted the movie, and that was the intermission. Was the
And that's
first
when
one.
it said 15 minutes.
So they had like a 30-minute intermission.
Damn. They didn't check the reel before they watched it.
Shit, I forgot my note. Okay, I wrote this. Man, this is so cool. The track is called Hard to Starboard, and that's where the sound in Aliens is, Van, and it's called an anvil. It's like this big metal
It's like a big
plank.
metal thing,
You
right?
just
Yeah.
strike it.
You strike. I know what you're talking about. It's actually
Imagine
so
playing
funny.
the anvil for Titanic. Just be like,
You know what's funny is that like there's those like shows that you can go to where they do orchestra showings for movies like during the
yeah,
movie.
you're telling me about
Mhm.
them. I think that's
And
how I
so
met. I kind of like how I first met you. Like, you
They do 'em with
posted some, and I was like, dude, that's so fucking cool.
They do it with the
I
Hollywood
went to
Bowl all the
the
time.
Pirates of the Caribbean one for the Curse of
Mhm.
the Black Pearl, but I saw one that they were doing for Lord of the Rings, and there's a guy that was with a chain that's just like hitting it like a plate, like a
Yeah.
big metal plate, and it's part of the music.
That's the Uruk-hai's music, isn't it?
Love it.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun,
So
dun,
speaking of
dun,
Lord of the
dun.
Rings, King Theoden's in this movie. Speaking of Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah,
But the
he is
ship
there.
can't sink. It's made of iron, sir. I assure you she can. She will.
That's where
That's
it
where it
cut. Yeah,
cuts.
that's where it cut.
Yeah, that's where it cuts. Yeah. Oh yeah, because then
Take
it cuts to
15, guys.
him
Take
standing
a
there.
quick 15, quick breather. Anybody
Yeah.
listening, you pause the movie, you come back in 15 minutes.
Because then it cuts to him standing against the wall.
How many movies have
Damn.
you guys seen with intermission in theaters? And do you guys think that it helps it, the pacing or no?
I mean, I would like to go for a pee during a movie. Just
I mean, I go
to,
during the movie anyway.
you ask the stranger next to you, hey, what else?
I mean,
Yeah.
this one doesn't really count because it was technically two movies, but I went to go see the Harry Potter double feature for Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. And there was like a
I
30-minute
love
intermission
that.
between the movies. The Brutalist had
You had the
that
same seat
15-minute
whenever you went back?
intermission. Do what? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
they were assigned seats too. It's one of those things where I think like even if it's one of those theaters where it's not assigned seating, most people know to just sit back wherever you were, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was at one of the theaters you had to like buy or like reserve your seat. And there's this theater in Atlanta that's pretty cool. I love going to. They show all like a lot of stuff on film, but that one's open seating, so you can sit anywhere you want. But when you come back, it's pretty much one of those things. You just sit where you sat before.
That's pretty cool. I like stuff like that. I could definitely spend a day at the movies.
I've done it before where I've like gotten up, gone to the movies, and just sat there the whole day. I will say that like the biggest thing is like sitting down and eating food, like theater food. It's just not the best, especially if you're there
Yeah.
all day. If you're gonna go to a theater and just spend the whole day, I'd recommend going to like those dine-in theaters.
Like Alamo?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Alamo has great food. I love Alamo, which you guys are lucky. You have a bunch of them in Texas.
Yeah, I would love to take Pat to one.
Yeah, they're great. I mean,
One
there's
in,
some in
there's one
LA
in
too.
downtown LA.
There's some in
Oh,
LA.
there
There's some in
is? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
yeah. LA has them. New York has them. Texas
Excuse
has
me.
them.
The Vista's only like 10 minutes from me. Remember when he's in
I
Legally
didn't.
Blonde?
I didn't unfortunately go to it, but they did show Satan Tango. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like an 8-hour movie in theaters
Bellatar.
at that safe. Yeah, the
What?
Bellatar
I
film.
have that on Blu-ray.
I did
Talking
too.
about-
And
I know what it
I
is.
have been
Pat's face,
waiting
he's
for the
like,
day.
I have that on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I have
it's like
been
8
waiting for
hours
the day to
long.
watch it, but also there was 2 intermissions. Each one was 30 minutes long. I have a friend who went to it. He said that at some point during the movie, towards the right before the second intermission, he ordered foods to have delivered to him so he could eat before he went back in.
Yeah.
And he said a lot of people ended up doing that too because it was so much faster than being able to go out
8
and get
hours,
food.
yeah. Because I know people that like have seen the movie, like, yeah, I just watch it in like parts. Like I'll pause it at like 2.5 hours and then just like come back to it like a day later. It's like I'll just watch it in parts.
I want to I honestly kind of want to do it all in one day just to kind of see
Yeah.
that
No,
what that
that's an
experience was like.
entire that's an
I
entire
was
day.
I would
I
do
was
that.
on
I'd
set
be
that
down.
day, dude, and it was I couldn't do it. They were like, my friend was like, "You trying to go see this?" And I'm like, "Dude, I gotta be on set at 4 a.m."
You know. All this will be fun.
Yeah, I have that Blu-ray.
It's a good Blu-ray.
It's like 7 hours, 52 minutes or something.
Oh, wait. You,
This guy's awesome.
He's in a Legally Blonde.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
skinny
is.
teacher.
I know when I watched Legally Blonde, I was like, not Mr. Andrews.
Mr.
No.
Andrews.
Mr. Andrews. He's good in that movie too, though.
Go on, I got a fucking pistol.
Then do they pay actors extra for being wet on scenes?
For being
Like,
wet, like on screen.
yeah.
No.
Not really.
You get your money
there's
in
a thing with like
advance.
actors like wise that becomes like if you're on screen in any capacity, you're probably gonna get paid. That's just how I
Mhm.
say it. Like you're not guaranteed, but most of the time you are. The minute that you start to talk, you get paid more. So like if your character has speaking lines, then you're gonna get paid more. Like
If you have a speaking line, you're also guaranteed to be in SAG.
yeah.
The only
So
time you
Screen
wouldn't
Actors
be a
Guild,
speaking is if, say, you're in a group and you're all chanting like "Evil dies
Evil
tonight."
dies tonight. Evil dies
You're all
tonight.
not going to become members of SAG because you can get away with it as all extras, paying them like $100, $200 a day because they're
Yeah.
all just saying the same line. Now, if someone said "Stop the Evil dies tonight" and then had 2 lines themselves, you would have to essentially pay them a SAG rate if you're like a studio.
yeah.
Interesting.
It's honestly kind of funny how like working and stuff like this, like you
Yeah,
start to learn
it's
about like who gets paid more for what.
that's how some
It's
people
like
just
the
get a
dumbest
SAG
thing.
card. Yeah, I had like you can ask some actors like they're like, "How'd you get your SAG card?" It's like I had a one line in an episode of like Law and Order. That's how, and they're like freaking like Florence Pugh now, but they're like I had one line in an episode of Law and Order. That's how I got my SAG card.
But then also like sometimes the studio will just pay it for them so that they can get that line on
Yeah.
camera. They'll be like,
Mm.
"All right, you did good on that. Like we'll pay for it, and you have
Yeah.
your SAG card now."
Put your light belts on. Put your light belts on. Yeah, remember Fabrizio, Jack, your friend that you came with? You remember
Dude, he
him?
totally dropped his ass.
Dude, this is fucked up what they actually did.
Yeah,
Where she
would
is,
you almost say that
they essentially they were letting the first class get on first. They like
yeah,
they literally did lock these other people down there
I was gonna say,
because
would
they
the
thought that
White Star
they
Line
thought
be the
like
antagonist of the film?
they thought that the lower class would cause a panic because they're lower class people.
Mm.
And if you really look at it too, like when the lower class does come up, they're carrying all their luggage because that's all they have in their life. Rich people will just be like, oh, I'll just get a new dress. I don't care. Like this is their entire life is in these 2 suitcases.
Me with the criterion you gave me
Yeah.
in my bag.
I also thought that shot was interesting. Having the kid like light up. She like smiles.
think
Cut
it
to
I think it's like a
it's supposed to be like the kid like just trying to like it's still a sense like oh like a firework like a kid can be easily
yeah,
distracted like even though
it's
there's
to
a
ground you in all the
yeah
chaos.
that's about to come.
I'd be full on having a panic attack. Like in the elevator in Vegas.
Yeah, that was some wild shit.
I, that was the first time I've ever seen you mad.
Yeah, I was mad.
I almost died in an elevator van.
Damn, they're just gonna commit murder. I mean, before DNA, who would fucking
We
know?
don't care. The ship's about to sink.
Yeah, their mom. Will they be seated according to class? Like, shut the fuck up and get in
Oh,
there.
mothers. Shut up.
Yeah.
Don't you understand? That's what people are going to try and vote.
Like her hair's down now. The better half. Not the it's not the rich people.
Goodbye, mother.
Why did you almost die in an
But
elevator?
she did smack
Yeah,
her
we
head.
almost did.
What happened?
People are being dumb. People are being really, really dumb.
Was it drunk people?
No, it was early in the mornings.
Hmm.
But they were all trying to jump on, and Pat was like, dude, what the hell are you guys doing? Get off.
Yeah, it was completely filled. And then like these like older people like all tried to shove their way on. Like literally a fight was about to break out.
Damn. Damn. Spit in his face. Spit
Damn,
in
I'd
his
rather be
face, bro.
his whore than your wife. Remember, she never had a spit. Nice fucking spit.
It's a good little callback.
Hmm. I'll never see you again, mother. They just cut back to the old Rose and be like, "Yeah, your great grandmother was a fucking asshole."
Dude,
Like,
that's honestly, I didn't realize how well he's keeping up with like the timing of like the ship sinking and everything. You could half see that the window was like half visible and there's only like water to the middle. And then whenever it cut
mhm.
back, it was completely submerged.
There's
Yeah.
that Horner.
The shot from earlier too, it's from the outside too. It's like it makes sure that you know that he can like kind of see outside still.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I see the Florence
What?
Pugh. I see the Florence Pugh casting.
Dude, with this line of him explaining where to go, I'd be like, "Yeah, I got no idea where the fuck you just said I need to go."
My Apple
Right?
Maps. Where
Left
do I go,
again.
brother?
Yeah, come to a long corridor.
That's the next video game they need to make. Save Jack from the Titanic sinking.
Yeah, I would do the same thing right there. Oh shit, shit.
It's going fast, like really, really fast.
This guy looks a little weirdo. Edict. Damn. Dude, would you just like break your arm to try to get out of that?
I
Go all Saw on it.
or break your wrist because you
I
break your
don't
wrist
know,
and you can
man.
slide
And
it
you have to
probably
break your
out.
wrist. Yeah, you could just slide it
Yeah.
out. You could just like fuck up your hand, just like
I feel like your adrenaline probably could have eventually pulled one of the pipes like apart a little bit if you
the
just
big
kept
thing I would
pushing on
say
it.
that like you have to consider with something like that is that if it got cold enough, his hand would probably get small enough because the
Yeah.
coldness would just make your hand smaller. Whereas if it was hot, like you're screwed at that point. You'd have to have sweat or
Fucked.
something.
Yeah.
Heat makes things expand, so like just having something cold like
Dude,
that. And
this
also it's
set.
already around his they look pretty tight around his wrist, man. There's no way he's getting
Yeah.
off of that.
Dude, these sets must have been fucking nuts. Just half water.
I love seeing the pictures of Cameron on set with those like big like the
Yeah.
overalls.
Hmm.
The bibs, the little bib thing.
Yeah. There's I'm not gonna point it out, but there's one shot after he gets out of here where they're both running, and I think you know which one I'm talking about, when the water just comes right
Yeah.
at them.
That's the
And
worst looking shot to me because their faces are like imprinted on the stunt doubles and they're like awkwardly moving.
we just
But
see
when they
if
get
Tony
when it gets closer, it is
Are you
them.
talking about
But
whenever the
like,
light's flashing at them, like
yeah, so
the
but
wires
yeah,
or whatever?
Pat pointed out what's happening is that their faces are like imprinted onto the like stunt actors' faces. And what I think honestly, it really doesn't look that bad. But what really like breaks the illusion is that the lights are flashing on their faces before the lights are actually flashing on the set. And so your
hmm,
face, you're able to notice it and you're able to clock it before it
I can't
actually
wait to see
happens.
this.
And you'll notice it. I'm not even gonna point it out. You will notice
yeah.
it, Tony. But like
That's
I
the
was
only one that's like
watching
really
it,
distracting to me is that
yeah,
shot.
and we were watching it, and Avery pointed it out too. She said, "Why wouldn't they just do it themselves?" And I was like, "I mean, that much water, like they would have gotten
When it
hurt if
gets
something went
when it
wrong.
gets
When there is
close
that
up,
much water,
when it gets close up, I think it is them, but they just put another shot in there. But like when because it gets close up
Like
to
a
them,
layer shot.
you can see Leo's face. Like they didn't like that's his actual face.
yeah,
But
his looks
yeah,
like
like
it's a still image for a
it's when
second, and then
it's
it
as
goes
soon as that
to
water's coming is
Uh-huh.
like it's really bad on Kate's face. Hers is really bad. But
I
again, at
can't
the
wait for
time,
it
it's
to. I
like
can't wait to
I
see it.
recorded a video of it because I could not believe how it looked, and it was
it
like a
doesn't look
real
good.
shot.
Yeah.
Which like
But if that's like
97,
yeah,
I'm sure nobody noticed that.
no.
And
But
granted, it
that's what
happened so
happens when
quickly, but also like
that's what happens when you restore this stuff to like 4K. Like you can notice some details like that. You're like,
yeah,
wow, that you can
it's
clearly tell like that's
POV shot.
dude, this sound design here when the Titanic it goes like dark and then you hear the Titanic like such like kind of breaking and
yeah,
it's just
just
like
like
this deep like that's like dude, that's
it's like
fucking
guttural.
that'd be like absolutely I think it's right
You
here.
hear
It's right
like
like yeah. It's right here. This would be absolutely terrifying, this sound. That I'd be like, fuck, dude, fuck that.
fuck this. You can get out of
Yeah.
there
Kind
after that,
of.
Jack.
This kind of
Sorry,
reminds
Jack.
me of Alien a little bit.
The
Yeah.
shot like when it goes dark, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry, Jack. I gotta go.
The context is so different too. It's crazy.
The hell with you. That entire sequence is like the audience being like, too, like you're not listening to her.
No one really listens to her the whole fucking movie. It's just Jack.
Nah, it's Jack. Yeah. Jack's the only one that sees her
I see
and
you.
her
I see
gorgeous
you.
red hair.
Onigati kame.
Her gorgeous red hair. I'm coming, Jack.
Yeah, they donezo. They are donezo.
He's
So
like,
silly.
he turns around and goes, "Ah, not great, Bob. It's not great out there. Filling up fast.
I never remember hearing her audibly say, "Oh my God."
You think this is a Shining reference when she hits the wood with the axe? Oh. A lot of fucking physical work that they had to do.
Yeah.
It's a big movie. I really like.
Yeah.
That's the thing I really commend about this movie is that there's a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
even on more than just the actors' parts. Like filmmaking
This
wise, it's just
honestly, this made for a little bit. I wanted to be an an action actor because of like the physical work in this movie. I think it'd be so cool to like run through a set like that.
Until you're on take 50 and you're like, "Ah, fuck this shit. Fuck this
That
shit. And then you
extra in the
gotta
back keeps
be
on looking at the camera.
well, then you gotta be on it every time.
this is getting
Nice.
good, getting entertaining.
Time to lock
Close
in.
enough. Close enough. I always thought, why wouldn't you just go from the other angle? So it's like he can just like put his hands against the pole this way. So she doesn't actually like hit him. But, nitpicking. Nice. Goes back to her the spit thing again. But she
Her
got it
makeup
immediately.
changes right here. Now it's like the colors of like being cold.
Yeah.
No more reds.
Come here, Bubba.
Is it Kitty?
You got some
Ooh.
shit to say, dude.
He's like, yeah, Titanic, let's go.
I said, the hell with you. Goodbye, mother. My dog got up too. Is it animal time? Is it animal time? Hi, baby.
Yo, that shit's sinking.
Bailey didn't want to leave the hotel. I don't know if she even likes me anymore.
Damn, she's like, yo, they got TCM here too.
Freaking oh yeah, Van. Every time I leave my apartment, I put on Turner Classic Movies for Bailey. She's more of a cinephile than I am.
Oh yeah, she did. What's her letterbox account? I'll follow her. Is she a
Oh
burner
yeah, I think I
account?
told.
She probably has a burner account. She doesn't want anyone to follow her.
She probably has like an anti-Tony letterbox account. She's like this dude doesn't fucking know film. I know film.
One on the other side.
I love that tattoo you have of her. It's really nice.
It was the happiest day of my life. She was happy. I was happy. I was like, I need to remember this day. Dude, he tore right through that door.
That's White
Shut
Star
it.
Line property. I would say the same thing. Who gives a fucking shit? The thing's sinking. Like,
Well,
Well, we want shore of the west. These boats may buckle. They were tested in Belfast, but the ways of 70 men.
Belfast. Yeah, bro.
Some great line delivery right there. Just like
I
the
mean,
panic
everyone's in
keeps
a
on going and
yeah.
going and
Everyone's in a
going and
panic.
going.
Yeah. Bro, I would have jumped
you make
right
a really
there.
good pairing with this movie. King Kong.
Peter
Like double
Jackson's
feature.
King Kong.
Peter Jackson's King Kong is incredible. No one gives that movie the credit it deserves.
It's fucking
Thank
great.
you. I talk to
first
Pat
half
about
of
that
that
one all
movie-
the time.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I saw that in midnight in 2005.
I also did, but I was a few years younger than you, so we snuck in.
For God's sake, man, there are women and children down here.
I think I was 6 or 7 when that came out. I saw it with my dad.
So it was my best friend. His name
I
was
was
Jack.
13.
Jack,
His name was Jack.
simple Jack.
We stayed up all night and
Love the
looked at
point.
YouTube videos of mocap.
I love the point that he does. So the guy that has the gun, he goes, "You." No, foreshadowing that he gets shot by a gun anyway. Yeah, it's fucking wild. They just like locked the third class down there. Like you're the last that gets to come up here for boats. I'll bet he still locked the safe too. Like, what
Imagine
does it
how
matter?
freezing they already are. Their clothes are soaking wet. They're running,
Mm-hmm.
probably like exhausted by at this point.
Other races down there that don't even know signage. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, and they're only in English.
Mm-hmm. Here's your Leo freak out. One in every movie.
I do like them boats, sir.
Dude, I do the same shit too. Fuck the people that work on this boat. Are you kidding me? Dude, I'd beat the shit out of this guy. That guy right there. I'd fucking punch. Yeah, the Irishman punches him. What the fuck up?
They're only filming on this side of the boat, right? Because that's what the model is
They
made
only had
for, or
one
they
side.
built the
They
whole
only
ship.
had one
They only had
side.
one
Yeah.
side built. Yeah. There was never a moment when the
These are all
entire
night
boat
shots,
was
right?
complete. Yeah.
Mm.
Where was this filmed? Like location?
Studio lot.
It was a studio lot. It was a parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like all the shots where you see that they're like walking on the boat and there's like shot
I
with
think
the
it was
water.
on
The
Paramount.
water's
I think it
really
was
sweet.
Paramount. I think it was Paramount. Yeah, this is all inside like a studio.
Everybody's still dry.
Murdoch. Damn. Damn, the guy from the steam rooms and made it out.
Be covered with burns.
Oh, here's Mr. Fantastic. He's the one that shoots the gun, I think. Actually. Yeah. It's panic now.
It's slanted. It's already slanted. Looks like they're
Yeah.
walking an incline hill. This is so much fucking fun,
Here,
guys. I'm sorry. I just like I'm
basically
still
doing
like,
like
this is so much
lunges.
fun.
Dude, would you jump in the water and try to swim to a boat?
Fuck no. Because
No,
I mean,
they piss you
you're
off.
gonna die
here's my
anyway.
thing with that.
You're
is
gonna
that
die anyway.
There's a really good point that not a good point, but like they're all first class people. You're jumping in the water to swim to the boat. They're not gonna let you on.
You're not gonna let you on, you know.
They're not gonna let you on. They're terrified of you.
You gotta go to Molly's boat. She'll let you on. Music to Drown. Now I know I'm in
Music to
first
Drown.
class.
That's a good album name.
Music to Drown too, yeah. Bro, you just give him like 100 grand. Damn.
What you snacking on, man?
Nerds,
Hell
gummy
yeah.
clusters.
Nerd clusters.
Gummy
Hell
clusters,
yeah.
yeah. I'm honestly not a big candy guy. I'm not a big popcorn guy either because I worked in a movie theater for 5 years. So I got tired of popcorn very fast. Like I'm not a big popcorn eater during movies. And so if I'm going to the movies and friends get popcorn, I might get a
You'll
little
get
bit
some.
from them. Yeah, like if they offer, I might take a little bit, but I never buy a popcorn for myself. It's very rare.
I'm really
Candy
particular
every
with
now and then.
candy.
Yeah, they don't
I like saltwater taffy the most.
like. I like candy. It's just not like one of those things where I'm like actually like I need candy
Yeah.
every time I go to the movies, kind of
I
thing.
usually only get candy sometimes when I go to the movies, depending on the movie. Like I don't be like making loud noises when like I don't know, it's a super serious movie and I'm like eating like Mike and
You're
Ike's in the
like,
corner.
you're like,
Yeah.
There
Oh, this
was
shot right
that
here.
that point that I made earlier about like a dine-in theater. I do not like going to dine-in theaters if it's like opening weekend of like a big movie. I just don't
Yeah.
because everyone's always eating. There's waiters walking back and
Hmm.
forth, getting in front of you the whole
Yeah.
time.
you hear the
Um,
rappers.
yeah. I will say that there was a really nice theater in Oklahoma when I lived there in OKC. And I would go there on my days off because it was always like a Monday or Tuesday. And I'd always go like in the morning and I'd spend like pretty much the entire day there. And I'd watch like 2 or 3 movies, whatever I missed out on that week. And I was always the only one in the theater with like maybe like 1 or 2 other people. So it was always really nice to do that because I'd get a burger, I'd get like some mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, dude.
That
They
sounds
had this
bomb.
buffalo mac and cheese that I would
Get every
and
time.
fuck up a buffalo mac and cheese. Yes, every single time. It was so good.
Dude, I ate like a pig on vacation, and oh, it was so good. I could if I could eat like that all the time. Whew. So it would.
This scene with Billy Zane and Jack is really good because on one
Yeah.
hand, like it's really interesting because even before Jack finds out that it's all a lie, you know it's a lie.
Hmm. It's also raining here.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. And lower away. No, I was saying the shot earlier when the rich guy on the Titanic gets on the boat and Murdoch looks at him and just stares at him for a while and just goes, "Take them down, you fucking coward."
One of my top three tracks from the soundtrack.
Was it unwilling to stay or something? Unwilling to leave? Well, for me, there is. Well, not for you. Oh, no. You got a Terminator shot? Terminator 2 shot?
Yeah, I was literally waiting for that whenever we were talking about it. Her looking up and the firework.
Yeah.
It's the fireworks shot, dude. It's the
Hmm.
God that I
It's a shot
legitimately
over
think about
Leo.
that shot
It's the
all the
fireworks shot
time.
over Leo. That's the shot.
It is.
Damn. She's only looking at Leo, not anyone else. Like, I mean, obviously not Cal, but damn, the handheld. It's right next. Yeah, it's a shot right next. Damn. She's gonna jump. Damn, music swells. That's true love right there. Damn.
You can only pray that you experience that one time in life. Just
Can't
yearning
live
for
without each other.
somebody
Can't live without
nonstop.
them. Damn, what a track. Going hard.
The score for this is so fucking good, man. Rest in peace,
I
James
got it.
Newton Howard, bro.
Got it. James Horner,
Wait,
sir.
I'm sorry, James
James
Horner.
James
James Newton
Horner died
Howard
in
did
a plane
Avatar. I'm
crash.
sorry.
James Horner would have done Avatar, probably. died before then.
I always think it's really weird in
Wait, hold
podcasts
on, I didn't see that.
whenever the guy like there are these two guys that do a podcast and they still talk about like James Horner's music and they like talk about it like in like a present tense. I'm like, I don't know if they know. I don't know. It's weird. It's
My
weird.
bad. He
I don't
did
know.
the music for Avatar too. You're right. I don't know why I got that
Avatar.
mixed up
He
for
died
some.
in like 2014, 15.
Hmm.
Died in a plane crash.
Yeah,
I have this score on vinyl though.
you do.
Fucking hard, yeah. Got it on vinyl.
You guys like the music
Bought
for
at the
Philip Glass?
bought at the Academy Museum.
The Philip Glass score that he has for
If I ever
Mishima,
visit you, I want to go there.
where
They got a
Amoeba
Jaws exhibit there now.
Yeah,
or the Academy
it's a
Museum.
Academy Museum.
That's where I
Tony,
found Nashville.
You and me, let's just go visit him early next year because I was planning on visiting him anyway.
Dude, I'm down. I'm
Make
so
a whole
down.
trip out of it. We'll go visit him.
Bring
We'll crash on
Baja.
his couch, and we'll just be really annoying.
Must be really annoying.
We
I
can go to
love
the Academy
annoying Pat,
Museum,
so this
and I
sounds
will.
great.
I will steal the Donnie Darko Frank suit that they have.
It might not be on display there when you're there.
I'm gonna make it.
They just opened the Jaws exhibit.
Why are you wearing that stupid man suit?
For the diamond?
I want you to look at the screen.
I put the coat on her.
I love Donnie Darko. I got to, dude. Honestly, my first year living here in Atlanta and Richard Kelly being here.
The shot's coming up, right? It's like in the next like few
It
minutes.
is. It's like
after
right, pretty close.
It's
to
after
this.
the
It's after the kid.
Yeah.
It's coming up. You will see it, Tony.
You're like this ship is so fucked. Like it's happening so fast too.
Kid is just screaming. Dun, dun.
Little kid and the dad like totally die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately. And
probably
they're trying to
immediately.
warn them too.
Yeah. Probably like immediately.
You're gonna see it, Tony. It's like right here.
Yeah,
Watch.
it's right here.
Right when they start running when the shot cuts.
Yeah.
Watch.
They run down the other way. It's right here. The shot.
Oh my god.
Her face
Jack's
is like
face
so round
doesn't
on
move.
That's crazy. That is wild.
it. This is a stunt.
Never
These are the
noticed
stunt
it.
guys.
It's like we said in '97, no one quite
Yeah.
caught it at all, but it's 2025 now. We have 4K restoration abilities. I mean, if he here's my thing with this, he easily could have changed that if he wanted to, but like he didn't. He didn't do it, and I respect it more for that.
This you could see the stunt woman there, her face when they're leaning up
Yeah.
against on the wide.
Man, that's crazy.
You never caught that?
Mm-mm.
That's
No.
funny.
I notice it
Is
every
that-
time I watch it.
It's literally it's like that phrase, like a trick of light.
hmm
That's what we were saying with it too, is just that it happens so quickly that it's easy to miss, but also
Mhm.
your eyes aren't really drawn to their faces. It's drawn to what's happening behind them and what's coming
Yeah,
out.
The water.
like the
Yeah.
water.
And then on top
yeah.
of that, the light is really what brings attention to it, because when you're seeing it
Mhm.
happen, it's like the light on their faces and
Mhm.
what they're comping in is just different than what you're seeing like visually on screen. It really ruins it for it.
Then how was watching Way of Water for the first time for you at the like in the third act, like whenever they're in the ship and all the water is like seeping in? Wasn't that so freaking cool? I was jumping up and down like a kid. I was like, this is like
Tony,
Titanic.
I wish I could tell you how I was crying when that movie started, because I was just like, I can't believe it's been this long and we finally are able to
Yeah.
see it. Like I remember that, like I saw Avatar in 2009
Mhm.
and I thought it was really good. I was 11 years old. And years passed, and I was like, yeah, Avatar's a pretty good movie. And then the more and more time passed and went on, I was just like, is it actually like a good movie? Was I just a kid? And I was like, it's probably not that good. And then right before the new one came out, I was like, I should probably rewatch this before Way of Water because I knew it was coming out like a year or two before. There still wasn't a trailer, there's still nothing. And I watched it at home and I was like, wow, like this movie holds up. Like it is a good movie. And then they re-released it in IMAX in 3D. And I went and saw it again and I was like, yo, like it's not just a good movie, it's a spectacle. And
Hmm.
the more and more time went on, I remember just like being so excited for it. And then Way of Water started, and I remember just sitting there in the theater, it starting, and I was just in tears, like not even like a bawling way. It was just like I was so overwhelmed. I was like, whatever we're gonna get, it's gonna be so good. And then yes, like you're saying, like
So
the
cool.
last act of that movie, like I remember just being so in awe. I was like, oh my gosh, he's giving us Titanic, he's giving us Avatar, he's giving us The Abyss,
Hmm.
he's giving us every movie he's done before this in such a
My brain melted.
bombastic way. I was like, I felt it. I loved what I had to see.
I just thought it was cool. Like, I mean, the characters are, CGI, and but they're like, kid actors. I'd always wondered how a kid would survive like that sinking part of the Titanic, and he kind of gave that to us with those
Yeah.
characters. Those little kids like trying to survive, like being underwater and like jumping through all that, like obstacle course or whatever.
The shot where the guy shoots the passenger and then immediately shoots himself. James Cameron is in the
Mm.
shot in the background somewhere.
Is he the tall guy?
It's pretty hard to see him. It's pretty quick. Like if you don't
You probably have
notice
to like
it,
pause
it's.
it. Yeah.
I'll see if I can point him out.
Trying to see if I can see him. Yeah, that's true. No, there's no class now.
I think I just saw him.
Yeah, you can't like you probably have to pause it.
It happens so quickly.
Yeah. Oof. Blood. Noel.
Oh,
Damn.
there he is. I just saw him. It is very quick. Ooh, and I mean, it's interesting because he's in a few of the shots, but it's like it's where you can catch him that he's just standing around.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure you could just type in James Cameron in Titanic and that image will pop up. Someone's posted that. There. There. Doesn't matter in about 30 seconds. Please, she's all I have in the world. Dude, Mr. Andrews just being a fucking G, just
I can already
standing
tell I'm
there.
gonna be a fucking mess at the end of this movie. Just warning you guys.
I don't know if
Mr.
you've noticed, but it's gotten to the point now where I'm not really saying much just because I'm so locked in. But like, there have only been like two or three episodes on the podcast that we've done where like we get so locked in where we're not saying anything. And I think one of them was what the end of Interstellar, end of Oppenheimer. Like
Yeah.
it is a
Was
very
Van
rare
there during the
occurrence.
film festival?
No, I don't think so.
Unfortunately, not. I usually work whenever he's doing these.
Um, I think one of the coolest parts of this year for me still is watching Interstellar with that group of people. I don't think I only knew like Kat from the group, but we all talked and we were all getting to know each other so well. And then whenever it was No Time for Caution came on, and they were trying to latch onto the other
Oh
part of the
yeah.
ship,
That's when you lock
we were
in.
all like in tears, dude. We were like, "This is beautiful," and someone was like, "This is even more beautiful that we're watching it with people." And I was like, "Oh."
You know, Interstellar is one of those movies that, like, on paper, And when you really like take a step back, it's one of those movies that's kind of like that's the plot. It's kind of dumb, but then you're watching it, you just feel everything. You're just like, okay,
Mhm.
this is why it works. It's because the emotion is
Yeah.
there. Because that's a movie that I've seen in theaters multiple times now, and every time that he's doing the he's seeing the messages back, I cry like a fucking child every time.
Mhm. It was the best part of the movie.
All hope is lost.
Best
Right
part of the
here.
film right here. Best part of the film.
Near my God to thee. That's the name of the track.
Oh God, my nearest or dear my God, nearest to thee, or something like that.
Yeah,
Near my God to thee.
near my God to thee.
Because I mean, there's contradiction. Like people that did survive said that these guys didn't play till the end, and there are some people that say they did. And I think one of the people that said that they did was this was the last song that they heard them playing.
Oh, that just gave me chills.
When I was at the museum, they said that I don't know how true it is. They did say the same thing, that people who were there said that that was the last song they heard.
Yeah.
Look
It
at
was like
that
a fair. It was
water.
like it's like a farewell
I've
to
never
like
noticed that
life.
rushing water before.
And then you see like the water getting higher on the window, like slowly.
Yeah.
Dude, see these guys are G's. Mr. Andrews going down with it. Not the other fucking guy, not Jumanji man. Call him Jumanji man. It's so insulting to that actor. Jumanji man.
They're gonna listen to this and be like,
He's a great
what did I ever
actor.
do to Pat?
Great actor. Oh, here she is.
Yeah, Cameron's woman.
She's telling an Irish folk tale about, I think it's about young children that die and where they go.
That shot of the painting under the water,
Van
I think
Gogh
is
or
it's very
Picasso's.
very telling. Yeah,
I think it's a Van Gogh actually. Yeah.
I've seen a Van Gogh in person. I saw Starry Night in person. It's in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. Have you guys ever seen that movie about Vincent Van Gogh where they like tell the story
It's like animated.
paintings? Yeah, it's like all like
Nah,
it's
I
like
haven't seen it.
animated, but it's like all painting. Dude,
Mm.
that is a really interesting film to watch.
I'll have to check it out.
It's the whole movie is made to look like a painting, and so there's every single frame of the movie is painted by somebody.
Isn't Ray Fine in that?
I don't know actually. I don't remember. I don't think he is, but like it's really interesting to see how they made that movie. Like literally every single frame is drawn by somebody or painted by somebody, and they had hundreds of artists who came in and would like draw parts of the like per frame, so they would get paid per frame essentially, and that's how they end up having the movie come together.
Sheer
I don't
panic
know
with
if it's
this
the
music.
exact edition, or the I guess version of the film that I'm watching, or of Titanic that I'm watching, but the rushing water sounds incredible.
They definitely like remastered the audio for the 4K.
Mhm.
Whenever I went to go see Avatar, that was like one of the first things I noticed is that all of the audio sounded significantly better. The audio, the rushing audio, like the wind audio in Avatar when they're flying and stuff.
So all these people hitting water, they're about to have heart attacks and die from hypothermia from the cold.
And I'm privileged playing with you tonight. Damn. Here we go. Dude, this shot when it pans the side of the ship when the music kicks in, and you see people just like screaming and running to the top. Chills every
The shots
time.
where you see everyone like flying in from like the pressure, and then all the shots that like are like the match cuts that are inside.
Mhm.
Dude, it's insane.
It's right. It's this shot right here when it pans.
Yeah.
And the music just kicks up. Sheer panic.
I don't remember being this sad as a kid.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like for the first
Oh
half of
my
this movie,
God.
you forget like all these people are like about to die. Like you forget like, oh shit, there's an iceberg that hits this thing.
Like this is way more of an intense film than I can ever remember. And that's because I rewatched it. I rewatched this with you, or like kind of like with you last night, and then rewatched it like about a week ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, like this, it's such a combination of like sheer spectacle and emotion that you're watching when you're so invested in it that you almost forget like, oh, these people are gonna die. And then by
Yeah.
the time that you do see the iceberg, it almost still doesn't feel real until you start to see the water like really flooding in.
Hmm. And now you have just all the classes mixed together. Like it doesn't fucking this
Did
water
you
doesn't give a
guys
shit who you are.
you know that shot with the clock where it stops at 2:17 a.m.?
Mhm.
You know, later on in the movie, whenever they have that shot of them on the staircase, the clock is still at that time.
Hmm. Dude, I got
Little
when I
tiny things
tweeted
like that, man.
when I tweeted out the ending because I always implied that fucking old Rose dies in her sleep in that night, and that's why it shows the ending of everyone that died on the ship because she in her mind she never really left that ship. Dude, imagine getting fucking rocked with one of those wires.
I always thought about that.
Like,
Getting
Dude,
whipped
I
in the
don't think people
freaking
realize how
face.
fucking hard that shit would hurt.
oh, you'd be dead instantly.
Oh my God.
That
Not
would that wire
Fabrizio,
would
bro.
that wire
No.
would cut you in half. At least if you have like Fabrizio there though, like instant death as opposed to like
That was a slow-mo shot.
breathing. Light starting to go out.
Yeah, it's crazy how people freak out whenever power goes out. You know, it's not like the most dire thing happening.
Dude, the music kicks in here again. Damn. Oof, this shot.
Miniature.
Yeah, it's all miniatures.
Yeah. Just to pull back.
This is not happening. Like, this is so crazy. I've watched this film so many times and I've never been this like gravitated towards like the humanity of it.
The thing with the priest that's there who's like doing like he's like praying as everyone's like holding on to him, I think is a really
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
shot too. Like it's something super subtle that could have easily been missed, but it happens so
Yeah.
quickly too. That's just like whether you're religious or not, I think the image that you're seeing here and like how it happens.
Mm-hmm. Because I think it ends with him saying, "There shall be no pain."
Is he
Yeah.
reading the last rites? Is he reading like I guess I don't know. I guess it depends on like the religion. Because I always felt like it was like a whenever like a Catholic priest comes in, somebody's dying to read them their
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know
yeah.
them
Like
by memory,
he's,
unfortunately, so I wouldn't be able to like
yeah.
actually
I wouldn't.
confirm that.
I don't
But
know anything. You.
I was raised Catholic, so you'd think I know that, but I don't.
Same. I was
Yeah.
raised Catholic as well, and
Couldn't
I'm
tell you.
showing how much I paid attention in church school.
It's
I
a
love those
Hispanic
two
thing, I
shots. I
think,
love
huh,
those two
Tony?
shots there. Those two shots there. Because these other people have lives too.
This is where we first
Like
met.
who's this? Like this girl, she has a baby. Cause the other girl, they just make eye contact. Like she
That
also
one
has a
guy's just
life.
drinking that bottle.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be getting fucking wasted right now.
So you didn't feel
So
it.
just yeah, just so I can fall asleep in the water. I'm not gonna feel it. Damn.
That shot that it transitions to.
Yeah. I probably only had a couple takes of that.
The thing with that shot of the plates, too, just seems like such a throwaway shot. But I think it's really essential to like have a shot like that thrown in there because like I was watching this and I was thinking like I would have thought the plates would have fallen off by now, but also like
Hmm.
if they don't show it that the boat is really going at it this time, like
Yeah.
we're not gonna comprehend that this thing is literally like on its hinges at this point.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Dude,
this specific
a
track will
as
come
a
on
stunt,
whenever I'm
that was
going
probably
on a
so
run.
fun.
The slide.
Yeah, that would have been
I
so
think
fun
they
as a
had that
stunt
at
guy.
fairs. I think they had that at fairs where you could like slide down the Titanic. Totally disrespectful. But no, what I was going to say was sometimes this track
That guy's
comes on whenever I listen to score music whenever I go run. It makes me emotional every time. The
It
sinking of
is.
Titanic.
Were you saying that you were at like some museum or something, Tony, and they did that? Like they have like a thing where you can like slide on it or something?
Yeah, at a fair. They had them at fairs growing up. Like it's like an inflatable
Yeah.
Titanic, and you could
Oh,
slide
so
down it.
yeah, so it was kind of like that same thing I saw where like you can step on it to see how it was
How
steep at a
steep
certain
vertical it
point. I
was.
think it was like
Yeah.
at one. Hold on, I think I might have a picture of it.
Yeah, then you need to post pictures of your Titanic museum visit.
I'll put them in the chat. I'll let you guys see them. It's insane, honestly. Like just absurd that this is a thing.
Howard's gonna go out. Dude, that would be terrifying. I love how he
You
adds
didn't
this
die from the water. You're about to die
the
from.
sound effect. There's your miniature collapse. The sound effect of like the
So
wood cracking was like gunshots.
I just sent one of the pictures in the chat of those slopes that you can see. There's 3 different slopes that they had. There was a 45-degree slope, there is a 30-degree slope, and a 12-degree slope. The 40-degree slope was at, or 45 was approximately at 2:18 a.m. The
That
breakup
was when it
process
broke.
begins. Movable objects inside begin to drift away. The ship's light blink once, then go out. And then at, I think that might be the last one. Like that was where it actually broke. The water was 28 degrees. I'm looking at all the pictures I have from it too.
Like, I can't believe this actually happened. It's just that disastrous.
Mm-hmm. That's the first famous disaster, like of all time, probably the Titanic.
Yeah.
And then you had this movie just solidified how iconic it is now. And they're the last ones to go in.
Whew.
The shot of the water running down the side of the Titanic is such a simple thing, but it works so good.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Dude, imagine like you're watching this from a distance.
All those lifeboats are trying to paddle as fast as they
Yeah.
can to get away from it so they don't sink in.
I don't see anyone get sucked down.
Seeing the people hit all the like the steel and everything just always killed me.
Yeah.
Shit ought to hurt.
And then here's that girl.
I don't know. I always thought that guy looked like Tom Selleck.
Looks like a another version of Charlie Chaplin.
Like
This is
what?
it. Yeah, like there's people right there immediately will drown because they won't be able to swim back
Mm-hmm.
up. Yeah, you'd have to like from where they're standing, you'd have to like jump.
One of the very ending like sounds you'll hear in the soundtrack or this part is like a just tuba playing like this like death march. Almost sounds like Godzilla
Hmm.
or Jaws.
Dude, imagine you were right there and you just got rocked by that like thing exploding. Just boom. At
Well,
least
I
it'd blow
mean,
you away from the ship.
it is kind of like you're saying though, Pat, and Tony made a good point to this too. Is like the minute that thing goes down, it's almost like a vacuum. Like you really have to fight to
Yeah.
get back to the fucking top.
Yeah. And Leo without a life jacket? I don't know. Does he die here? Did she envision everything else?
Yeah, did she have a hallucination?
Yeah.
Good God, that actually happened. That's insane.
Fucking crazy. They had the sound effect of the. Imagine trying to like figure out which way is like up. Like you're just like
Yeah.
flying
No,
around.
for real.
Yeah.
I would be swimming in the opposite direction.
Yeah, imagine people just you're in the distance on the lifeboats, people are just screaming in the water. Oof, that pan out. Thousands of people. Wasn't the swimming pool like also like pretty cold
It
that they
was
were shooting
freezing,
in?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know that they use like wax for like the icy look on the
Hmm.
corpses and
Yeah.
Kate Winslet and Leonardo.
Bro, when it's wild is like 5 hours ago, they were like fine on a boat.
5 hours ago, they
And that
just had
boat
sex.
is now at the bottom of the ocean.
It hit it like at midnight. It took like 2 hours, they said. 2 hours and
Yeah.
40 minutes.
To sink, yeah.
I always think it's super dumb when people talk about how like there was space on that boat, and it's like, I mean, yeah,
The
That's not the
that's not
point.
controversy, the
Yeah.
door
buoyancy. Shut up.
controversy.
Yeah, like yeah, there might have been
Yeah.
space for two people, but like look at them trying to struggle to get on that
Yeah.
door.
It's also like not the point of it. It's like
It's about
Jack
the
was going to
buoyancy, dude, who's
die.
also gonna
Yeah.
die from the get go. Yeah,
Yeah.
she could barely stay on it without dying. She almost
Like I think
dies, dude.
right there, he knew that he was probably going to die right now.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Cause he's just like, okay, yeah, like because he tells her right here, like, you're gonna go live a full life. Damn.
It's crazy to see me with like good lighting
Hmm.
where you can see
At
stuff
night.
even
Or you
in the
can actually
dark.
see it at night. Yeah. They ain't coming back. Is there anyone alive out there? Anyone a flashlight? Can anyone hear me? We waited too long.
We waited too long.
Well, keep checking them. Keep looking. Shut that hole in your face.
She's great in this. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't have a whole lot to do in this movie, but like the moments that she does,
The
she's
great Kathy
great.
Bates. That's what I'm saying. Like Academy Award winner. And she's like delegated to like fifth lead. Not a big part, but not really a big part. Perfect casting though.
The unsinkable Molly Brown.
I mean, it's also the title of a film. The
Who
1940s.
plays her in that one?
The Unsinkable. 1964. Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah.
Right, man. We have to go back. I'm from Scotland. He's dead. Like, even if Jack had, like, somehow they came back right now, like, that dude's still dying.
Yeah.
from hypothermia.
Yeah. He's fucking frozen. Look at his hair.
Guy's cooked or frozen. My
Chad,
bad.
Bro, you're
Is Jack
cooked.
cooked?
Damn,
Chad is Jack. Is
cooked?
Jack cooked?
He might need to get cooked to warm up.
Put him in the just nuke him.
Yeah, like right here.
Nuke him in the microwave.
He goes, "You don't know what love is." He slaps her.
Who are you sometimes?
Y'all know it's coming, so you're gonna get emotional. So I'm trying to lighten the mood here.
You on the last day, I'm all crying because I'm like leaving my friends. You're like, you're making jokes.
She basically just becomes Katharine Hepburn. Damn. This is when everyone's crying in the theater. And you're like, yeah, I fucking got him. Damn. Two great lines
Told
right
you,
there.
he's the richest man in the world.
Two great lines. Also, he wouldn't like sink into the ocean. He would just float away.
It just dripped off.
Yeah. But I think that's like the point is like him sinking is like he's yeah. Like it's almost like it's not real. A love you'll never get again. Damn, when she's trying to wake him up though, and then the music kicks in, and you're like,
Yeah.
damn, he's fucking dead. We're all locked in, staring.
I knew this was gonna happen too.
Is there anyone alive out there?
This is all in the lot pool, right?
Yeah.
I just hit a body. I don't even know it.
Yeah. Did they pull like 5 people from the water or something?
Mm-hmm.
They pulled, I think they said like 5 or 6 others.
15,
Yeah.
right? Or
Was it 15?
I think it was like 5 that were actually still alive, but like barely.
You know, I was looking through those pictures to send to the chat so you guys can see what I was
Mhm.
talking about. And I actually
Yeah.
I saw that there was a picture that I took of the at the exhibit. There's a thing now for the Ocean Gate people. I forgot I took a picture of that because
Oh, really?
I was like, yes, I was like, this is
No
crazy.
way.
Yeah.
Damn, the baby.
There's also like a huge part of the exhibit that's like dedicated to just this giant Titanic made out of Legos that this kid made.
Can anyone hear me? And she's singing the song during their first kiss. Would you say this is also the most popular original song to win an Oscar? My Heart Will Go On.
Probably.
Everyone knows that song. They're like, oh, it's Titanic when you play that.
That's the first song I learned how to play on piano. That's the first song I taught myself.
Nah, dude, it's 3-6 Mafia. Hustle and Flow. Again, they're Oscar winners. 3-6 Mafia.
I still think it's crazy that you know who Trey Songz is.
I don't know who Trey Songz is.
Yeah, I just didn't know you got down like that.
For real, I grew up in the 90s and 2000s, man. I know who Trey Songz is.
I didn't know you were cool. Sorry.
Didn't know you were tight like that.
Come
Didn't know you were cool like that, man.
about.
You would think he could just stretch his hand to go grab her, being Mr. Fantastic, but fucking
Yeah, come on,
whatever.
Reed
Yeah.
Richards.
He didn't have his
Like,
powers yet.
yeah,
He didn't have his
there
fucking
she is.
powers yet.
Ah, got her.
Or he's trying to blend in so that no one finds out it's him.
Yeah.
Dude, I laughed at my aunt crying at this scene one time, and now I feel bad.
I cried out my eyes last week watching it, so I get it.
It's when the music kicks in. You're like, damn.
It's always the music, dude. That's always what gets you.
Yeah.
It's always the music for me because I'll be finding the music kicks in. I'm like, fuck. The one that got me last week, I would say that like I was pretty close to like crying right here, and it didn't quite get me. And
Right
then the
here.
final shot,
Boom.
the final shot's really what got me.
Yeah. There's a boat jack, and then boom. He's not waking up. And she could have just laid there and died.
She thinks about it for a second. I think
Yeah. I think she thinks about, yeah.
she like right here, she's finally just ready to just be like, fuck it, like I don't want to do this.
Because that's her only chance right there. Do you think that sharks came?
Probably.
Is that too morbid?
No, I think it's just being realistic here. I would imagine over time sharks probably came.
Yeah.
Probably not at this time.
Damn.
They're probably sleeping
It
right
got
now.
me. Even though you guys were talking, it still got me.
Mr. Fantastic over here. Damn.
Think about it. He taught her how to be independent, that she could do it, and experience love for the first time. So cool. Great character.
And you have him disappear into the depths of the ocean.
Her heart's in the ocean.
Gotta be freezing. That's some good, like, freezing acting trying to swim.
You can tell like half of her face is hard to move.
Yeah. Come about. Damn, imagine like listening to the story and being like, damn, you were even in the water. Like here you
She
go.
gets in the water
Then
and gets
he
someone to
cut
save
back
her.
to everyone's just like like just listening to the story. Like she even got what's his face? The Watchman bro. He's crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 votes nearby and one came back. 6. Waiting for an absolution. Damn. Imagine the trauma of that. Like, then going to like
Wouldn't be able
continue
to
your
talk
life,
for days.
and like every like time you meet someone, they're like, "You were on the Titanic." I'm like, "Yeah," and I was in the fucking water when it sank, but they saved me from the water.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about how she just lost like him too. She just lost him too, and then went through that.
Hmm.
Damn, they're gonna be like, "Yo, that Tony guy's a crybaby."
I cried my fucking eyes out last week watching
The
this. I mean,
Carpathia.
You did? Okay, good. Well,
no,
not
I
good,
mean,
but
did you not
just
see that picture I sent in the group chat last week of me crying my eyes out?
I saw the Tom and Jerry one. He's like,
No,
he's
I
like,
mean this movie legitimately gets me. It's just one of those things where I feel like I don't know if I'm watching it with people and we're talking, it's a little bit harder. Like it almost got me a few
yeah,
times just now, but like
Hmm.
watching
yeah.
it, like it's always the final shot that gets me. Like the shot where like you see the boat and it like comes to
hmm
life, and that
And
shot of them opening the
it's
door and him
everyone that
looking at
died on the
her.
boat. It's everyone that
I'm
died
just
on
the
the boat.
biggest fan of forbidden love stories. I think they just, I don't know, they're like, what do they call it? Whenever a food's like bad for you, but you have to eat it. It's a guilty pleasure.
Oh
Guilty
Hmm.
pleasure.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like the Romeo and Juliet. It's forbidden love. I love this. I love like the eye roll she gives, or so I read. Like she still doesn't give a
Yeah.
fucking
I
shit.
love this
Like
shot of her
who
with the
cares?
Statue of Liberty,
Yo,
just like for
Laszlo.
everything that it symbolizes, like liberation, freedom. It makes me think a lot of past lives too.
Hmm.
Then you want to know a movie that I
What it
literally
used to
was wrenching my gut
resembles
in?
immigration.
All of us strangers.
Tony, I want to rewatch that movie because I don't know what it is about that movie that like I was so excited for. And it's not like
Mhm.
I didn't like it. It's just like I wanted to love it and I just didn't. I
Hmm.
was like, it was good, but I didn't
I
love
was
it.
going
And
through something at that time. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe it just hit me at the right
And
note.
yeah, at the end of the day, like it's one of those things that maybe just I need to watch it with the right mindset and knowing what it is now, I might enjoy it more. I will say I did buy it, so I did support it, and I do intend on watching it again. But that being said, like I wanted to like it more than I did, and I hope that when I
Hmm.
rewatch it, I can love it
I'll
the way
I'll
I did.
rewatch it with you.
Dude, I mean, I'm telling you, when we go visit Pat, we'll all watch it.
I have a 4K.
I have the 4K too, yeah. When I bought it originally, I bought it during one of the Criterion sales, and I got the Blu-ray by accident. So I went back the next day and I exchanged it for the 4K.
Yeah,
And the girl
One of my
behind the counter
favorite
was
shots
it's a
of
like,
all
wrap.
time is in that film. It's in the first like 30 seconds of it. That orange solar flare through the
"Oh,
window.
is it?"
It's one of my favorite shots of all time.
I'm gonna rewatch
That's a
it soon.
wrap on that Titanic down there.
Yeah, the little Texan accent there. That's a wrap.
I guess it's kind of like hinted at here that there is like a connection between these two.
Yeah,
I never
that's all I was
realized
saying.
he had
Like,
a little hoop earring. He's a pirate.
Hmm. It's James Cameron's wife.
not for that long. Wait, are they still married? They're not,
I
right?
think. I think so. Yeah. So this is where in the alternate ending would come.
Yeah, would have changed everything.
Yeah. Would you like to dance? Yeah. Nah, this ending is a million times better.
I do think it's funny when you see the title card come up for written and directed by. It's like it's from a time when like they did not care at all how the title cards looked.
Yeah. It's like the
It's so
same title
funny.
card from like T2. It's the same font. It's just the same, like whatever.
At a time when like they were just like, yeah, just put the names. We don't care how it looks.
Hmm. I have the heart of the ocean because I put the diamond in the coat.
I put the coat on her.
You like almost forget as an audience member too, because it happened like an hour ago.
Yeah. And you're like, oh shit, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And when she throws the heart of the ocean down, her heart, she dies.
Gonna make me cry, bro.
Damn, how long do you think it took them to get that to spin?
That took a whole day to shoot, I bet.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It's so weird when I'm watching movies actually be like that took them a whole day to shoot, I bet. I bet that
Yeah.
took them a
Like,
whole day
oh.
to shoot.
Yeah. Do you think she went on to win Academy Awards? She basically just becomes Katharine Hepburn. She rode horses on the beach in Santa Monica.
The coolest thing about Cameron is he can like make you think about just how cool life is. It's kind of like recenters you.
Damn, to the black. Down to the ocean
Bucky.
again.
All my followers
Damn.
may hear me cry. I don't care.
So look, it's like the stars they're looking at. To the stars. Back to the stars.
I always like in my head just imagine this being like her wedding.
Mm-hmm. And now you're gonna see everyone that died on the ship. Fabrizio's there. I love how the captain's like the last one to clap. He's standing up top.
That's
We're
gonna
both
be
fucking
like
crying.
you guys cried too much.
We're both just fucking crying our
Yeah.
eyes out.
Damn. I'm just watching you guys cry. End film.
That was a really good episode.
Perfect.
We'll see you guys for Avatar.
I don't think we'll be
Wait,
crying in
what?
Avatar.
What, we're watching Avatar?
Next episode we'll be doing Avatar. Yeah, it's the next.
Oh shit.
Cameron
Okay,
movie.
yeah. Nice. No, Pat's gonna be like,
God.
hey, so I can't have you on the podcast anymore.